I do get firearms, I send them across the border, make money for myself from that, other people make money from it. Today I'm going to discuss how guns are brought from the United States into Mexico.
Would you say you have a dangerous job?
Yeah, probably the most dangerous you can have. It's literally just storing it away and sending it about its way. So my mom was in jail, I need to put food on the plate. I ended up sending it to somebody who ended up taking it to California and making money off of it, so everybody ate at the end of the day.
2009-10 was like our wild, wild west days out here where we were in chases every day.
And what are the odds someone has eyes on us right now?
Oh, pretty good, dude, because these are all scout hills.
At what age would you say you officially joined an organization?
So I was about 10, 11 years old.
We spoke with a cartel member last night that alleged that one of the ways it gets through is paying off Border Patrol, paying off police.
Yeah, I would not disagree with that.
What is the cost to buy a Border Patrol agent?
$9,700.
In a good month, how many guns can you get across the border?
I want to say close to that. He isn't fair.
The power Mexican cartels have accumulated is hard to fathom. With Jalisco New Generation Cartel and the Sinaloa Cartel leading the charge, these paramilitary crime syndicates have global reach. They are heavily armed, deeply connected, and absolutely ruthless. Specializing in drug trafficking, human smuggling, extortion, and more, these organizations pull in billions of dollars every year. And the United States plays a part in this because the ugly truth behind some of their power is American guns. Now, as Americans, we get mad about the fentanyl flooding across our border. But what about our guns that are flooding into Mexico? In this episode, we expose the pipeline. From cartel operators to US gun smugglers running thousands of firearms across the border to the law enforcement agents fighting to stem the flow. These folks are the players in this deadly supply chain of power and violence. And would you believe that some of our own three-letter agencies might be involved? This is the story of how American guns end up in the hands of Mexican cartels. Good to meet you. Is it true that different people in the game are on the run right now?
Oh yeah, most of the people I know just either their people either got hit by, one of the three people that were going out there raiding people, or just had some shit happen, or some people didn't know how to do it. And they gotta go on the run. So Mexico is just the go-to right now. States are too hot. State troopers, Border Patrol up in Phoenix.
So do you have a fear that if you did a bad business transaction that someone would come looking for you?
I don't fear for my life at all in this situation, just because throughout this whole business, I've been clean business. I see myself as a way of just normal, civilian that's out here just trying to make money. So you're gonna have the gun itself, where the gun is, who's the one that's either gonna get it or who has it. I go buy that off that person at a price where I can make a profit for myself. I send someone into a store to go get something from me, and I have my people that I sell it to at a pretty good markup. They send it to one of their kind of workers, drivers, and just gets taken out of Mexico in like units.
So you don't physically drive across the border?
No.
Would you say you have a dangerous job?
Yeah, probably the most dangerous you can have. Because you're not just dealing with, legal issues, you're also dealing with territorial issues.
For those not familiar, the Sinaloa Cartel is one of Mexico's most feared and notorious drug cartels. It was led for years by El Chapo Guzman, a ruthless kingpin famous for running a global crime empire and escaping a Mexican prison in 2015 through a mile-long tunnel. He was recaptured in 2016 and extradited to the United States, where he's now being held in ADX Florence, America's most secure prison. He's locked up alongside people like infamous gang leader Larry Hoover and the Boston Marathon bomber. And with El Chapo behind bars, Sinaloa's future has never looked more uncertain. But make no mistake that from Chicago to California, Omaha to Phoenix, the Sinaloa reach is still quite powerful. All right, folks, we have a sheriff pulling up from Pinal County. He's had a lot of experience in the field. We're going to be interviewing him as well. You have the wildest collection of patches that I think I've ever seen. If we interviewed a cartel member last night, what are the odds that he would be Sinaloa given the control they have in the area?
If he's not Sinaloa, then he's risking his life.
What's your process to do it?
It's literally just storing it away and sending it about its way.
And are you physically driving it in a car, or do you have other people do that?
No, there's a chain of command and there's people that do that. You can go into a gun store right now and buy, your typical mini-me, something like that for $9,000. But if it falls out the back of the truck, I can get it for $5,000.
Do you work for one primary cartel, or do you freelance amongst many?
Just one.
Is there any difference in how difficult it is to do business from the Biden administration to the Trump administration?
There might be a couple hiccups, but it's all business, it's all the same. Honestly, it's crazy. I can't imagine the border right now. People are scared to go across more than ever before. The risk and the paranoia of it, because some of this shit is they'll load your car up with 20 blocks. And imagine trying to drive across the border, thinking that, and then if the X-ray's gonna pick you up, shit like that. I guess nerve-wracking, Once the border got tighter, things are hard to do. Get into America, you know what I mean?
Was it actually that easy with Biden as president?
I felt like there was a lot more things coming in.
Is it noticeably more difficult now that Trump is in office?
Yeah.
Under the Biden administration, it was a free flow of everything. The people have stopped coming across so much. We're way down. I think we were at about 7,000 to 12,000 a week, and we're at 300 to 700 a week now. At
what age would you say you officially joined an organization?
So I was about 10, 11 years old. You guys are paranoid.
There was a study done by the U.S. government from the Government Accountability Office that found that 70% of firearms found in Mexico traced their roots to America. Does that surprise you?
That's probably lowballing it.
Yeah, it might even be closer to 80, 90.
No, if anything, I feel like it would be a larger number.
Closer to 80, 90% maybe?
Yeah, probably closer to 90.
How much power do the cartels have in places like this, in Arizona?
On the American side, they are very smart businessmen, right? They don't, they're getting a little more overt about their stuff, but you just don't have a lot of in your face like you do in Mexico, right? We don't have rolling gun battles here. Sinaloa holds pretty good control of our state. They have not given it up, and they've been here a lot of years.
Are there people in America that are officially part of a cartel, or is that only if you live in Mexico?
It's going to stretch all over the world. We'll just put it that way.
Now, according to Arizona law, these gun smugglers could face up to 10 years in prison if caught for the crime. But what's interesting to me is the same U.S. government that will hammer these guys for selling guns also like to sell a lot of guns overseas themselves. This has happened a lot of times in recent history, but let's just highlight a couple of recent examples. Take the Soviet-Afghani conflict in the 1980s. The CIA funneled tens of thousands of guns to the Afghan fighters, the Mujahideen, to win the battle against the dreaded Soviets, our enemy at the time. Fast forward a few years later, the same Mujahideen fighters that we armed with the guns that we gave him, some of these guys later turned into the Taliban, which was really good for the military-industrial complex because this fueled another 20 years of war and profit. And most recently, for the United States politicians and arms manufacturers, we have sent billions to Ukraine and Israel, which some could say the US taxpayer is indirectly responsible for the deaths of tens of thousands of people, including women and children. So while a low-level smuggler might spend a decade behind bars for moving a few rifles across the border, the corporations and politicians who benefit from this arms dealing will walk free. Because when the violence is industrialized, it's no longer a crime, it's just good business. Is there any misrepresentation of the American media about the cartels? Basically that they're horrifying terrorist organizations?
It's not how they picture it though. It's so media is so brainwashed, and they say, oh, the cartel, runs this whole area, and if you go there, they're gonna kill you, or this and that. Yeah, the cartel might run a specific area, but as long as you get there and you're not causing no trouble, or you're not there to steal from nobody, or just sell anything, you know what I mean? If you're just there on good terms and checking in, everything be good.
Do you think that's a fair picture American media makes of them?
No, that's easy to label something that you can tax. We gotta take care of our own people, The government ain't helping. We see cartels sending side bombers or people in the United States go do mass shootings and get their agenda across or anything. Most of the things that cartels do, unless it's someone in America that was working with them and fucking over somehow, that's when they'll go after you as a person in America.
What do you think about Trump potentially labeling cartels as terrorist organizations?
That he should start here with the people on this side.
What do you think would happen if Trump tried invading Mexico or drone striking cartel operations?
It's not that good.
Currently in the news, the US and the Trump administration is considering using drone strikes against the Mexican cartels. But how do we know if these stories are biased, how they're being framed politically, if we're getting the right scoop on what we're being told? This is where the sponsor of today's video comes in, Ground News. What they do is they pull thousands of stories across the internet and compile them, and they rate the reliability of the story based off the political bias of the source, which is very helpful because they give us an indication of the reliability of the stories that we're hearing. Just take these stories about drone strikes. Most of the outlets covering this are center or lean right. And Ground News lets you compare these headlines side by side. Take this left-leaning source that says drone strikes will lead to another Vietnam, and take this right-wing source that gives the counterpoint that cartels are using drones to spy on US troops. One of my favorite parts about Ground News is their blind spot feed. What it does is it shows me stories that I might not receive based off the biases I might have or how my algorithm is structured, and it shows me more of a full and complete picture of what is happening in the world. Ground News helps me see through the noise, see through the bias, and help me be better informed. If you subscribe using my link or QR code, you get 40% off their Vantage plan, which is their most robust plan on the site. Go to ground.news/TommyG to get a better handle on the news you're receiving.
It's very, very, very much like the Italian mafia. They are very family oriented. I can tell you from the Mexican side of my family. We have family gatherings all the time. We have carne asadas. We get together and play loteria, all this kind of stuff. The difference being when they go to work, it could be to go skin somebody alive that's their enemy, This road in particular is a major smuggling route, and I've had a lot of chases on this route.
And what road are we on right now?
We're on Stanfield Road. These mountaintops will have scouts on them. So all of these valleys out here can have routes where they are pushing people and product up, and they use those routes. The scouts guide the loads. When they get up here to kind of the civilization, that's when they'll hit these regular routes, blacktop routes, get on the freeway, shoot up into Phoenix, because Phoenix becomes the hub.
And what are the odds someone has eyes on us right now?
Oh, pretty good, dude, because these are all scout hills.
Why is torture used so often amongst the cartels?
Pain is the best teacher.
So you're a runner, go to a gun store, get it. Let's say it's me. If I get flagged, okay, that's a mission that went astray. If not, how often would you send a guy like me to get it again and again and again?
I mean, I've had people that, you wouldn't believe the number of stuff they cut out under the name. It's really kind of strategic in a way, because the way the background checks work is it will show up as, either a pistol or a rifle. It doesn't go into the system as that specific firearm unless the ATF is flagged and involved. You could have someone go store to store, get 5 guns in their name, just one day, clean record, all that stuff.
But you have someone in your family that has died from gun violence in Mexico.
Yeah.
Do you blame the guys in America selling the guns?
I don't. I just blame the shooter, really.
How do you feel about being involved in a business that arms the cartel?
It sounds worse than it is in a way. I mean, you think about it is, what I'm doing is basically doing what larger corporate companies have done with other third world countries. Taliban has all guns made in the USA. What I do is I still make those people money. The big corporate, big gun industry still gets money from me, but I also make some money myself in a way by just doing what they're already doing, but on a smaller scale. Even if I stopped what I was doing, someone would just come and fill in for me. Might as well try to make my money that way, and it's something that's happening in a whole different country.
So gun smugglers will risk prison time for a few $1,000s of profit a month. But what about the big players in what some would call the military-industrial complex? Let's just look at the Russia-Ukraine war, for example. Lockheed Martin's stock hit an all-time high. Raytheon's production lines are going off the charts. Billions of dollars in weapons have flowed across the Ukraine border and across the European nations that are gearing up, looking to refill their arsenal in what has proven to be one of the biggest spending sprees in defense since the Cold War. Now this is where the gray area comes in. Is this right? Is this wrong? Because whether you look at Ukraine, Israel, Afghanistan, one man's freedom fighter is another man's terrorist. I don't know the answer to all this, but what I do know as a tax-paying citizen is what I've gotten out of the deal are dead soldiers, civilians, destruction, a bad reputation globally, while these companies in the military-industrial complex have reaped the profits in the billions.
Well, I don't think the gun manufacturers make the guns to give to bad guys to like rape, pillage, and carnage their own countries. So I don't think that's a good way of looking at it.
What made you choose this job over anything else you could have done?
Honestly, the thrill of it in a way, and just a large interest in guns on my part. The money's there. I got lucky with, finding some people. Honestly, I think this is a lot morally acceptable than drugs, safer than drugs, less corrupt, less dangerous,
My mom was in jail, I needed to put food on the plate, and then once people started offering me guns for product, and like tremendously, like no product was like damn near getting a gun for free, that's really what changed my eyes, because of some kid who went and robbed a car and found this a gun in the car, and he was scared to have it at home. So he came to me and he said he didn't want that. He'd rather have a little bit of weed.
How much weed do you think you gave him?
Probably like 7 grams. And like that same night, I ended up selling it to somebody who ended up taking it to California and making money off of it. So everybody ate at the end of the day.
2009-10 was like our wild, wild west days out here, where we were in chases every day, load vehicles, stolen vehicles going south. So they would go to Phoenix. They could have a stolen vehicle out of West Phoenix down here within about 40 minutes. And so they would run stolen south. They would cross them over because there's parts of the border just south of us that are just barbed wire fence like this. So they would cut that shit, drive across, and drive the stolen into Mexico, load it up with dope, and then drive it back northbound under the dark of night. And so we would be out here in night chases with them, going after blacked out vehicles, chasing them through the desert, trying to get them before they got to I-8. The scouts would all coordinate their movement. So we would have counter scout operations where us and Border Patrol would work together to try and take the scouts off the hills when we knew loads were coming, so that they were flying blind essentially. And then under the last presidential administration, it was so wide open that they didn't need any of that stuff. Nobody was stopping them. So, and there were so many of them that there was just a flood of people coming through, a flood of dope coming through. Border Patrol was tasked out in all these other areas. It was like Thermopylae for us, man. I mean, we were up against, tens of thousands of people, and it's really not even our job, right? The immigration piece is not the sheriff's job, but we were stuck with a lot of this stuff. Our military was essentially teaching other countries how to defend their country, right? And
guys, we got to cover some more cartel history, because American guns are not the only thing that the United States has contributed towards the rise and dominance of Mexican cartels. Let's take you back to the mid-90s to Fort Benning, Georgia at the School of Americas, where for decades and still today, this was a place where Latin American military forces were brought to practice skills in things like urban warfare, interrogation tactics, and psychological warfare. The School of Americas has since been renamed due to many former students committing various coups and human rights violations across Central and South America. Classes here are taught in Spanish and oftentimes led by U.S. Green Berets. One of the groups that was trained here was GAFE, one of Mexico's elite special forces groups whose job it was to raid high-value targets and combat narcotics operations. In the 90s, about 30 of the GAFE guys eventually defected from the Mexican military to work for the Gulf Cartel, which they later left to create their own and one of the most feared cartels of all time, Los Zetas. Now, the majority of scholars agree that this was not some CIA psyop on purpose, but rather an unintended consequence on the part of the United States. However, there are known cases of former special forces guys being put on cartel payroll to teach their soldiers and sicarios advanced tactics. Just food for thought as we look at the history of how some of these cartels came to be. What's been your biggest month in revenue so far?
I think the best run I had is I made 70K in 4 months.
How did that feel?
Amazing. I never felt that level of accomplishment before in my life.
Have you ever been visited by a 3-letter agency?
Allegedly.
How was that?
Pressuring in a way. One of the things you want to do with that is you want to have them talk to you. Doing that, I was able to find out in a way what they knew about me. Where also I reflected where I went wrong, other factors, and how much they knew.
So you kind of stayed silent and let them talk?
Yeah.
this is the Obama solution here.
So someone could be camping out here and someone's hustling a load.
Yeah, and we've had that happen where there's been people out here either hunting or just camping for a weekend, and they'll have a stolen vehicle in the middle of a chase, run right through their campsite and blasting up here to the interstate to get away from the cops. And so this whole area is kind of, again, just like the other area, all the high points, you're gonna have scouts. There's usually scouts on this hill, and there's scouts a little bit deeper in, and so they're watching over the valleys.
The cartel member we spoke with last night said that if drone strikes were taken against the cartel, we really escalated against them, there would be a ripple effect where they're gonna escalate the violence here and try and, do you see that as a potential chess move that really results badly for the American citizens?
No. If they just look historically at the U.S., they would understand that that's a really stupid statement to make. I think it was Japan that woke up the dragon, right? I don't think they understand what they're saying. Like, that's fine to say, and there's a lot of machismo in that. Like, hey, if you mess with me, you come after my family, I'll come after your family. That's all fun and good, but when you go to war on the U.S., that's a whole different level of fucking with us that we're not gonna put up with. And I don't think they understand the hate that would come their way if something like that were to happen.
Do you ever have sympathy for some of these guys that like, hey, while I don't agree with what you're doing, I get why you're in your own situation?
Yeah, man. Again, having a wife that's Mexican, there's some of her family that are involved in some of this stuff. I don't hate them. It's family, and they're doing what they think they need to do to get by. And again, it's all circumstantial, man. What you're facing in your life and how you're dealing with it, I definitely have sympathy for that. I don't think it's right for them to do what they're doing to get their money or to get ahead or whatever, but I can't fault them for trying to get ahead and do well for their family.
People, I think, in American media, like, it's almost like these guys are monsters. Like, are these guys just normal people in a way?
Yeah, they're normal guys and gals in the sense that, just like us standing here, we can sit and have a conversation. Now, in the right circumstances, would one of them kill me if they could? Yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't get real personal. They're just trying to do their thing. And so it is what it is. Man.
So you had to survive on your own from an early age?
Yeah, well, I have my sisters, really. It was really my sisters helping hold it down. Once I seen the pressure put on them, it takes a toll on you and me, you know what I'm saying? I'm the youngest of 9. When my mom was locked up and my father passed away, you know what I'm saying? It was really just me and my siblings. And I have my older brothers don't have papers, they're in Mexico, you get me? And one of them already died. So it's just me and my sisters, and then I have a brother who really be on his own world. So I really had to either step in or step out. Once you get into this, the money is here. This is really what makes you, a little bit as that extra, especially now in this society where the bills take up everything, all the money you make, every job you have, every dollar you make is gonna go to a bill. You get me? At least now right here, I'm able to feed my family, pay my bills, and still, go have some fun.
Are a lot of these guys balling off of this?
If we were to catch a group right now, they look like hammered dog shit, man. They just beat up because they've been hiking for 4 or 5 days through the mountains. A lot of times they're drinking a concoction of meth and fentanyl and cocaine, and so they're all wired up, not feeling shit. Rattlers and stray bullets will get you every time. So you can see there's kind of a depression here and kind of bushes and stuff like that. You can see how the grass is kind of beat down, which means there's been people in here. And then you'll start seeing the black bottles that's traditionally smuggler trash. They carry the black bottles with water all the way up from Mexico. There's parts in Mexico where they're buying all this stuff. They're buying the camouflage, they're buying the black bottles.
And what goes in the black bottles?
Water. They black them out so that they're not shiny, visible. And so you'll see them kind of scattered throughout here. You should start seeing some of the clothing and stuff. So they've, by the time they get to this point, they've already been backpacking for 4 or 5 days up from Mexico. Then they get here, and this is kind of their final staging point where they will kind of hang out and wait for a ride to come get them. And so typically speaking, this is where they kind of discard their clothing, discard any trash that they have, and jump in their ride and go. So they'll get in this little cut here, and you can kind of see from the grass pressed down. They'll just get in here, rest, and wait for their ride to come get them. And I mean, we're 10 yards off of Interstate 8, and so car will pull up, give a signal. They'll jump out of this spot, go load into the car real quick, and then they're off and running. One thing they did start doing too is when they know that we are onto them because of the stuff they're leaving behind, they would start collecting it all into a trash bag or whatever, and then they would have one person take it off 100 couple yards away so that it didn't give away their position as much.
Do you have any opinion of the new Mexican president, Sheinbaum? Like, has she changed things at all with how you guys do business?
Money talks.
So it's business as usual in Mexico, officials are being paid off,
Police.
forces are getting paid off, and business keeps going?
Yeah.
How hard is it to bribe a police officer?
Here?
Well, yeah, I guess compare America and Mexico.
That's the same.
You can bribe people here?
Not yet.
What percent of cops in border towns in Arizona would you say are in some ways paid off?
At least 3/4.
At least 3/4?
Oh yeah.
And how much does it cost to buy a cop?
It just depends if it's a one-time thing. You know, you throw them a couple grand. And if it's an ongoing thing, you put them on the salary, you give them, you know, 3-4 grand a month.
There's really that many American cops on payroll like that? We spoke with a cartel member last night that alleged that one of the ways it gets through is paying off Border Patrol, paying off police.
Yeah, I would not disagree with that. I know from the years that I've worked that we've had compromised Border Patrol agents, we've had compromised officers. So same thing, they make a lucrative offer to somebody who is not making very much money, and people compromise their integrity for that. And
Have you ever had to fire somebody because you caught them doing that?
yep, we worked a case when I was working undercover. We had one of our guys that was involved, and we had to work a case on him and ultimately arrested him with the help of the FBI.
Now, I'm going to throw out the number he said, which I think is kind of crazy, but I want your take on it.
All right.
He said, about 60-70% of the Border Patrol and cops.
He's full of shit. Not on the U.S. side. The Mexico cops are more easily compromised, and on that side, it is the threat of violence, because way back when we talked to a compromised Mexico police officer, and he told us it was as simple as this. I was trying to be a good local cop. I was just watching traffic and I was stopping speeders, and I got blocked in by 2 vehicles, and a guy gets in the passenger side, and he said, "Hey, you know who I am?" And he said, I knew who he was. He was a local cartel boss, and he said, "Hey, we want you to work for us. All you have to do is not be on this road from these times to these times," right? And the guy said, "No, I'm not. I'm an upstanding citizen. I'm not part of your crew, none of that crap." They said, "Okay, here's a picture of your wife and family, and we have eyes on them right now. And you basically have 60 seconds to make your choice, whether you're with us or against us. And if you're against us, then your family's going to pay the price, right?" And so all I had to do was not watch this road and keep my family alive. And so it wasn't much money at all, dude. You're talking a couple grand, and for that particular time, right? We think that he had done it more than that, but you're talking a couple grand is what he had compromised himself for.
I couldn't believe and didn't quite buy the numbers that many U.S. Border Patrol agents or U.S. cops were bought and paid for by the Mexican cartels. So I called another Sinaloa contact of mine to see if he could add some insight on those numbers. Here's what he said. Would you agree with the stat, 60 to 70% of them?
I would say like 80%. What? They either want drugs or money. Some of them don't even have a choice. If you say no to the amount of money and all that, like food, you don't have a f***ing choice. You feel me? We control you. I have a couple of them that go pick up my people and pass them over. You feel me? All you have to do is follow instructions.
What is the cost to buy a Border Patrol agent?
A week, 9,500. But remember, some of them would get a kilo. You know, some of them want some kilos, some of them want some yellow. You feel me? So some of them want money, so some of them drugs.
Even after talking to this guy, I still doubt those numbers. I feel like these guys only come in contact with Border Patrol agents that are corrupted, so in their view, all of them are. But I just can't believe that the majority of Border Patrol agents are bought. I just don't think it's true. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
What you make in a day here is what you make in a month over there. My brothers live off $150 a month, USD. Let that sink in. I could make that and like eat in one cell. When you gun transaction, you give me, I could make way more than that in one gun transaction and send that over right there.
In a good month, how many guns can you get across the border?
I want to say close to 1,000.
1,000 guns?
Close to 1,000.
The cartel guy we spoke to last night claimed that in a typical month, he might be able to get 1,000 guns across the border. Do you think that's credible?
Yeah, that's absolutely credible.
Is it even possible that he's downplaying it?
Probably, yeah, because he's not wanting to get his bosses in trouble.
So you have a few runners daily going?
Yeah.
Is it with Border Patrol too? You can buy off Border Patrol?
Oh, definitely.
So like you have to, because obviously you don't just stroll up there and ask, like you have to meet him at a bar, you have to, like how do you initiate this?
They're sent to train.
What does that mean?
They're sent to the academy.
Tell me about the clashes going on right now. Are things fairly stable or is there a lot of battles happening?
No, right? I mean, there's always going to be, you know, a tug of war between powers. It goes through its dormant times. Right now it's active.
The danger he's speaking of refers to the war currently happening within the Sinaloa cartel. Since El Chapo's imprisonment in 2017, the group has splintered, with two main factions now holding power. One is led by El Mayo, a co-founder of Sinaloa and some say El Chapo's equal. The other is Los Chapitos, led by El Chapo's sons, known for being younger, flashier, and more aggressive. Their turf war has triggered waves of violence, including this recent story detailing the deaths of dozens of teens in Mexico. And from what I've heard from sources close to the action, this fighting is not expected to end anytime soon. What attracted you to this lifestyle?
Honestly, the adrenaline.
Is it terrifying working for a cartel?
Stressful, not terrified.
So as long as you follow the rules and kind of do honest business, you're kind of in good standing, there's nothing to worry about?
Yeah, you know, you do business as a man.
The one thing I wanted to fact check on to see if you had a perspective on is Trump's claim that the majority of people coming over are murderers and rapists. In my boots on the ground journalism, I found out most of the people are just looking for a factory job, fast food job. Right. They're not a murderer. Do you feel like that rhetoric was accurate or a little overblown?
I would say that depends on the area, dude. Because like this area right now, we see military-aged males all camoed out, moving up, and those males are all at that ripe gangster age. And a lot of them, when we jump the groups, they are gang members. So if you're talking this area, absolutely, he's absolutely right. This is Thugville out here, man. It's all gangsters, cartel members, guys that are trying to fly under the radar. You'll have a few good people mixed in with that are really just looking for a better life. The other problem that we saw here in Arizona was a lot of these military-age males, when they got to the border and got across into the U.S., they immediately discarded their passports, any IDs, anything like that. They got rid of them, burned them, whatever they could do with them. Why the hell are you going to get rid of your ID if you're not up to something nefarious?
So it did seem sinister.
Yes, absolutely.
Once you're in this, is it possible to leave, or are you pretty much in it for, you know, for life?
You can step away. Easiest way to put it, you're a reservist at that point. As long as all your corners are covered, you turn into a reservist. So if you're needed and you're called up, you better show up.
How dangerous is it for you to even do this interview?
I'm risking a lot doing this. I'll put it that way, I'm risking my arm. Let's just say that.
And folks, for all the readers out there, get this book. I got the link in the description. If you want to learn more about real boots on the ground law enforcement experience, I recommend you get it. Links in the description. Power and legends of the Mexican cartels have long fascinated me, and it's my goal to cover the story in Mexico one day if I can find the right contacts to do this safely. Email.
Welcome to the largest prison in Texas, Cofield. Cofield, man.
Hello, fellas. How you guys doing today?
I'm the very first person convicted for murder off of social media.
You step up in an environment like this, it's like walking through an invisible landmine field. Gotta be careful how you walk.
Me and my partners went to his side of town and we ended up jumping on his partners. That was the birth of the beef.
The Cofield Unit. It's a name that new arrivals to the prison fear. For decades, it's carried a reputation as a brutal and unpredictable place. Located in Tennessee Colony and home to over 4,000 men, it is the largest prison in Texas. In cell walls, tensions can run high. There's racial conflict, gang rivalries, power struggles, and stabbings. Offenders here have taken lives, done armed robberies, and the most violent crimes you can imagine. Folks, this is a brutal place to be incarcerated. Like most prisons in Texas, it is without air conditioning, and here both inmates and staff suffer through temperatures that can reach over 110 degrees. So at work here are innovative programs that the Texas Department of Criminal Justice is piloting in an effort to rehabilitate these men so they can one day be well integrated back into society. The man that takes us into the Cofield Unit goes by Sambo. At one point, Sambo was a gang leader for one of the most powerful gangs in Texas. Of the 30 years he served in prison, 10 of them were in the Cofield Unit. He was once a man that had no regard for human life. But now, a changed man, he has dedicated his life to helping others break the cycle of violence and live a life built on purpose and positivity. Today, he brings us into the Cofield Unit to show us what he and the men have been working on. Join us now where no camera has gone before. Life is a mission, an adventure, a journey, and to those bold enough to dream and take action, treasure awaits them. So for the renegades, the outlaws, and the risk takers, this one's for you. This is the Underworld Collection, available only at TommyGMcGee.com. We left Dallas early this morning. We took a lonesome highway road to Tennessee Colony, Texas. We're gonna be visiting the largest prison in Texas. The United States locks up more people than anywhere on earth by far. We lock up about 1% of our entire population of our country, which is a wild statistic. There are people here that haven't seen light of day as a free man for 10, 15, 20 plus years. And I'm eager to learn their stories, hear their experiences, and see how they deal with the concept of living in a cage for a good portion of their life. This, folks, will be unprecedented access to the Cofield Unit in Tennessee Colony, Texas.
Big hi.
How are you? How you doing, brother?
Hey, God bless you guys.
Tommy G.
Nice to meet you guys, man.
You know about me. Yeah, I'm the one I'm Sambo's boy, man.
Man, how are you today?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, I'm good. Give the people the lay of the land. What's happening here?
Okay. So this is the chapel here on Cofield. These are some of my co-workers.
God bless you guys.
Let them introduce themselves.
Juan Ballesteros, man of peace. Also a gatekeeper here.
What's a gatekeeper?
Gatekeeper is we talk to the guys when they first come in the unit. So we help them kind of transition into the new area, the environment that they're coming into. So yeah, we're kind of one of the first guys that they meet. So
And what is this unit known for?
well, back in the day, it was like rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Right? So it was really going down with gangs and all that.
To give you an idea of what we are walking into, let's give you some insights on the history of violence here at the Cofield Unit. In September of 2023, an inmate at Cofield Unit stabbed a guard. After he was restrained, the inmate was severely beaten by guards and hospitalized. 13 guards resigned or were fired shortly after. For a prison facing staffing shortages, incidents like this put further pressure on the guards. Also in September of 2023, Billy Chamirmir, killer of 22 women, died at the hands of his cellmate. And if you read the accounts written by inmates on prisonwriters.com, you'll see countless stories of men being stabbed, strangled, and extorted. So knowing full well the violence that lurked within these walls, my aim was to find the humanity within these men.
When I was there, it was a very violent, volatile environment. Violence is what set the standard. So I knew that my only method of progress would be to instill the most fear in as many people as possible.
Well, I got a little life sentence, right? I've been here 17 years. I was high on drugs, so drugs made me snatch a lady's purse, which gave me a life sentence. First time, second time down. First time was a DWI, 2-year sentence, and then they shot me with a life sentence 5 years later. I wasn't arrested, but I was rescued. So to me, that is a blessing.
I'm locked up for possession with intent to deliver, and I've been locked up for about to be 16 years.
Organized crime to with murder, you know what I'm saying? One of my partners we went to go meet up to fight off inside this little parking lot or whatever, and in the midst of the fight supposed to happen, people started shooting, you know what I'm saying? Without saying something, you know.
I'm an ex-Mexican Mafia gang member. I spent
almost 13 years with that family. I'm not proud to say, but I stabbed somebody 22 times.
Where were your parents in the picture?
Well, my dad he had his own issues, and my mama was there. My mama got 7 kids. She had 7 kids by the time she was 28. So I can't fathom being a 28-year-old single parent with 7 kids.
It sounds impossible.
Yes, and then 6 boys. But I realized as a grown-up, that, man, it was like borderline impossible for my mama to do that stuff on her own. You know what I'm saying?
I grew up with my mama and my granny, really, you know what I'm saying, and my aunties and stuff like that. But my daddy, he was here and there. So growing up, man, my mama really, she was there, like, we was into like the church or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But as I got older, I started getting kind of tired of it. So, but my mama always told me to like do the right thing, you know what I'm saying? Seeing for it's good and positive on me. But as I grew, I kind of got with the wrong crowd and I started seeing the money, the cars, the jewelry, stuff like that, typical neighborhood stuff, and things flourished into stuff that it wasn't supposed to be, which led me right here.
What message you have to the youth out there that are doing very risky things and they're not here yet, but they're on that path?
You gotta stop and think before you start doing, man, because it's gonna lead you in a bad situation, man. In prison, like, this is not what's up, you know what I'm saying? And if I could have thought back before what I did as a youngster, I would have did something differently, you know what I'm saying? So the same hood or the same people you doing it for, when you get here, not gonna be here.
What happened in your childhood and your upbringing that led to you becoming a killer?
So there's some things, man, that I've talked to very few people about. I was molested as a child, and because of it, man, it made me be a very, very angry individual. And I found out some things about myself with that anger, man. I embraced that anger and I turned to it for everything. I wouldn't let nobody get close to me. Just pushed everybody away. That anger was just always there, and it was quick to turn from anger to rage.
Is there any opportunities here for therapy or to talk through some of the things that you've seen in your life?
Well, I've talked to people who I know that are on the same page as I am, and changing and growing up in life. I've talked to them about these things. Some of them are shocked at the things that I talked to them about what's happened and where it led me.
My name is Kenneth Young, and I am the director at East Texas Hospitality House here in Tennessee Colony. What we do is we provide lodging and meals and encouragement to families who are visiting somebody who's incarcerated in the Tennessee Colony area. We have a gathering room in there, we have games, we have puzzles, we have places to sit, double beds with bunk beds, we've got different bedding arrangements for the different sizes of families.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes they just need prayer and a hug, and to know that God's love is surrounding them, and they become part of our family when they come here. They mean more to us than just someone off the street because they become part of our lives.
I'm here visiting my brother Charles Bree.
Okay, and where are you from?
California.
And how did he end up all the way over here?
He got caught up.
He got caught up in some...
In Texas, it's crazy.
I don't feel the time he got was... It didn't match the...
It didn't match the crime.
A lot of people, what they get for that crime, I feel that they railroaded him because of who the victim was and who the victim knew. The victim was related to the chief of police. They didn't even really give him a chance.
What was the crime and what was the time?
Murder, self-defense, and they gave him 50 years. They said he was guilty before they even said he was guilty. They said he was guilty 3 days before they even put the real motion, like, okay, you're guilty. Like,
no,
we are sacrificing, but it's a sacrifice that I don't mind.
Because they railroaded my son, and like a crime was committed.
Yes.
But he was fighting for his life at the same time. Like, tell him that we love him, we praying for him. Charlie, I got you, baby.
Tell him keep his head up and, just inspire others in there.
And what role does religion play in y'all's life?
Religion played the biggest role in my life because if it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for my relationship with Jesus, then me and you wouldn't even be talking right now.
You're going to hear religion mentioned a lot in this episode, so for reference, we're talking to a group of guys who are involved in the Christian ministries within the prison.
I used to be on the other side, now I'm on the best side. So our objective is to show them, remind them that, hey, brother, you might feel alone, but you're not alone. You might feel left out, but you're not left out. You might feel like nobody care about you, but we're here to show you that somebody do care about you.
Big thank you to the wardens and all the administration here. This is an unbelievable opportunity to talk to these gentlemen, to learn. I'm honored to be here. To wardens around the country, if you can invite us in, we'd love to come talk to you, your men, your people as well. It's a blessing to be here.
I like that shirt you got on.
I appreciate you.
Mainstream media. Rest in peace, mainstream media. I pray for these brothers. I pray for their families. But I pray you show them grace and mercy in that, because your word tells us that if they visit the least of these, that they visit you.
We just prayed, now we're moving on to the gym, because really the goal of this is to show people's life and story and situation and learn. I'm hoping we can do that in the gym, and maybe the warden feels a little better and we go other places too.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up let y'all brothers speak. Y'all can all say whatever, however, 5, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever y'all wanna give about yourselves, about what y'all do, you know what I mean, where y'all coming from. Then we're gonna have some of the peer influencers speak up a little bit, say what they do here on the unit, and then start doing a little bit of other things that we got involved for.
It's that fun, man. I think it'll be a good day.
Are we gonna get to eat the lunch here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the actual lunch?
You wanna eat that? No, you don't wanna eat that.
I wanna try it.
You wanna try it?
I wanna try it.
All right, we'll take you on. You want just the regular?
I'll do a food review, yeah. The crab and the ribeye, please, okay?
The crab and the ribeye?
What's for dessert? Is there like a hot fudge sundae or something?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Cheesecake?
Cheesecake. We got homemade cheesecake out of cookies.
What are your best recipes you got in here for making stuff?
I like to do a fish bowl. Summer sausages, jalapenos, pickles, the mackerel, original mackerel. Then I put sriracha mac and I put a tuna. And some jalapeno
so that's
tuna.
when the fish come in later.
This is like a little thing for Glow that we do every Friday. And we're gonna do a little bit of performing, front line, and we're gonna do a little bit of rapping.
I made the personal choice to become a better individual, to become a better man.
And I fell into the street life. You know, I succumbed to the elements of the street. If I was gonna be a gangster, I was gonna be the hardest gangster there ever was. I was involved at the highest level of criminality. For a homicide I did not do, I took the blame because I didn't, snitch on nobody. I finally realized that I needed to use my influence in a positive and productive way. I renounced my membership in the gang and just started doing positive things on my cell block. And I'm out here in the free world doing the same thing that I was doing in there, but out here modeling it.
I had no idea until about 10 minutes before that I was going to be going up to give a speech in front of the inmates. Not only was I nervous, but I wanted to say something that actually mattered to these guys. Here's what I came up with. Hello fellas, how you guys doing today? So, my name is Tommy G. I'm a documentary filmmaker, and I'm here today to talk to you guys, get your stories, hear about your life, hear your perspective. But I want to tell you 2 stories that might give you hope right now. There was a time in my life about 4 years ago, I hated my job, I hated where I was in life, I wasn't happy. What I did is I wrote a list, ideas that can change my life, and I just one by one started executing on them. One of them was a documentary film on a group in my hometown, Milwaukee, called the Kia Boys. I documented their life, what they do. The Kia Boys are a bunch of teenagers that will take your Kia if they can find it. And I knew this was my path to be a documentary filmmaker. So I just want you to have the hope that there's one little thing that can pivot and change your life and shift you into the path that you want to go. Another thing I want to say, one of my best friends on earth, when he was in his 20s, he robbed 6, 7, 8 banks in California. He served 10 years in California. He's been out for 20 years. He's a family man. He's a multi-millionaire. All right? And he's someone that I love a lot. Brothers, I'm excited to talk to you. I'm excited to interview you. Come up and say hi to me, and thank you for having me today. That's something I never expected to do, but I'm glad I did. When life serves you on a path, sometimes you just gotta run and take it, even if it feels a little scary. If there's something you need to pull the trigger on in your life, what are you
whatever y'all doing and whatever y'all dreaming about doing or whatever goals y'all making, bro, just don't give up, bro. I love y'all. How many of us wanted to be famous when we were kids? Raise your hand. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would become famous for something I would regret later in life. I'm the very first person convicted for murder off of social media. If you look up Tienda versus State, I'm the very first one convicted through the United States. I'm posting pictures of myself, but because I had gang-related tattoos, they were saying that I was staying in contact or recruiting gang members. And then somebody started talking to me negatively on social media, so I started talking negative back, and that led into incriminating myself. It wasn't until a man came up to my cell one day and asked to pray for me. And you know what I did? The monster in me, I cussed this man out. F-bombs, the Lord names in vain. Come to find out, he was a unit chaplain. And as he's praying for me, I stop a mid-sentence to stop, because he said that I would go back to population. I told him I'm in SEG, how am I gonna go back to population? My God could do the impossible. Do you actually believe in your life God could do the impossible? Yeah. Not only did God restore my family, my mom came to see me. And it wasn't until she came to Cofield and I finally got to hug my mother after 5 years in a soft voice. She tells me like an angel, I'm so proud of you. God bless, and if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be taking the steps today. Thank you, gentlemen.
Usually on Saturday, you go to church. That's probably about the only thing that we got to look forward to on the weekend. Church services, unless they have an event like this that we can come to. But most of the time, you got to get laid in, you got to know somebody that'll put you in. Monday through Friday, well, it all depends on what you're doing for yourself. Either you get involved in school, spiritual-based classes, or you can just get stuck on the wing and do nothing.
What do a lot of the guys do here to pass time?
Me, I'm involved in spiritual-based classes. Right now, I'm involved in culinary arts class, so pretty much every day of the week, I'm involved in class.
So 2 questions that a lot of people in society are asking right now. Number 1 is, does prison rehabilitate people? And number 2 is it the job of prison to rehabilitate people?
Well, so I can say this. I just did 14 years down here. I stepped out for about a year and a half. It boils down to what the person wants to do. I know before I left, I wrote down a bunch of things that I didn't want to do, and I guess I still desired to do those things. I still wanted to use drugs. Thanks to God, I came back with an 8-year sentence, and then this time, my whole perception of prison has changed. To me, I see it as a school. You have a lot of opportunities, so I'm taking advantage of every opportunity down here.
I did 8.5 years of solitary confinement.
8.5 years?
8.5 years solitary.
In a row?
In a row.
How did you survive that mentally?
Mentally, I read, I prayed, I worked out. I kept my mind focused. Don't get me wrong, I see people commit suicide, come out, get killed, get stabbed, the whole 9 yards. But I seen it all, man. Himself, you name it.
When a prisoner is deemed too dangerous for the general population, they are sent to a place designed to isolate and contain solitary confinement. Here, they are locked in a windowless cell no larger than a parking space for up to 23 hours a day. Their only reprieve each day is a brief hour for exercise alone in another cage. Days blur into weeks, weeks stretch into years, and some inmates endure this for decades. This raises an unsettling question. Does solitary confinement cross the line into inhumane punishment, or is this a necessary evil? What do you do with inmates who have relentlessly and brutally attacked fellow prisoners or guards? This is a question that we as a society are still figuring out. Do you think that should be allowed to put a human in solitary confinement for 8 years?
No, I think that's humane because I believe people deserve a chance. Now, if they're a threat to everybody, I can see what they're talking about, but they would have to be a real serial killer, like knock
that's a psychological aspect. I did 5.5 years in SEG. Not everybody's mentally strong. People are chemically imbalanced. Not everybody can deal with the solitude back there.
yet today?
No, not yet.
Normally, is breakfast served earlier? You just didn't go?
Oh, yeah. It's too early for me. Breakfast is approximately about, let's say, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Breakfast is at 3 or 4 in the morning?
And it's not very filling. Well, just due to the schedule, because it's such a large unit, I would believe on other units they probably serve at different times. But on Coatfield, it used to be at 2 o'clock, believe it or not. So
in the morning.
In the morning. So
and then you go back to sleep.
And then you got to go back to sleep. And a lot of people have to get up and go to school and things of that nature there. So people are in general used to get up around about 3 o'clock and starting our day then, and then we'll end up going to bed around about 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Bring them home. Bring them home. Bring them. Bring them. Finish it. Bring them. Finish it. Go deep. Finish it. Bring them. Go deep. Give me 10. Give me 10. Y'all watching? Everybody watching?
How many push-ups you do today?
Man, probably like 250, 300. That's just an exercise. But them right there, that's something different.
What's the most you've done in a day?
Oh, probably like 1,000. 100 sit-ups, 200 squats, something to keep it going.
We just want to say, man, we both from the Arlington, Texas, man. So shout out to Agtown, Texas, man.
Shout out to Ag, man.
You know what's crazy? Let me show you how good God is, man. We used to be enemies in the world.
Yeah, man.
Right? We literally used to beef with each other. Like, for real.
Try to kill each other out there.
But now look at God. You know what I'm saying? Now we doing ministry together.
So back in the day, you guys used to beef. Tell me about that.
Well, so we both got two different reasons why the beef started, which is funny. So the beef started from my perspective is because one of my partners who is dead now, rest in peace, Shot Merck, right? He got jumped on his side of town. So then me and my partners went to his side of town and we ended up jumping on his partners. And then to him, that was the birth of the beef.
When they jumped my people, they thought we jumped his people. I'm like, man, nah. So we really we clashed and started really killing each other for nothing, man.
How many people do you think died in this beef?
I know I had like 3 on my side.
Nobody from my side died, but I lost more homeboys to the system than I have to death.
And how far did each squad live away from each other?
Man, we went 10 minutes apart.
Yeah, we about 10 minutes.
What does it feel like now to have peace and love for each other?
I mean, it's good. I mean,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it make me think about all the life lost and
that
years wasted, only to conclude that we all right.
Yeah. Nah, for real. That's what it is.
The only reason we're in here today is because of this man here, Sambo. Tell the people your story.
Well, I did 30 years in prison for murder I didn't do. But God put it in my heart to come back to prison after doing 30 flat years.
Tell me about the innovative programs TDCJ is offering.
TDC offers a vast array of innovative programs. They offer the Field Minister program, they offer the Faith-Based Dorm program, they offer the Self-Harm program. TDCJ has put these programs in place, but they're all volunteers, so it's up to the offender to take advantage and to seize the opportunity and make the most of it, to acquire the tools that they need while they're incarcerated, so that way they can come out here to the free world and have the tools that they need to reenter back into society in its proper context.
So today I walk as a father, a husband, and a man of God. But my example is one so that I can give inspiration and motivation to the brothers that are locked up.
Tell me about your 11 years of administrative segregation.
It was a time of reflection and introspection. You know, I was there because the system couldn't control me because of my violent nature. But while I was in there, I had to sit back and realize that I had more value, more self-worth, that I was able to be more than just a TDCJ number, that I had the ability to give back. And God first.
One big question we have to tackle is, when is the right time to release someone back into society? How can we evaluate when someone has truly changed and is no longer a threat to safety? The U.S. Department of Justice ran a 24-state study and concluded that 82% of inmates were arrested at least once more within 10 years of release. But why is this? Environment, job opportunities, socioeconomics. I mean, we are talking about millions of men that are oftentimes locked up during what is supposed to be the most productive and fruitful years of their life. And it's a shame, but I have one idea that might help. Most of these guys are released from prison without a dollar to their name, so many return to the same ways to make money that got them locked up in the first place. What if instead of these guys working for free, like they do in Texas, or 9 cents an hour like they do in Illinois, what if we paid them a little bit more, so that when a man who has served and worked for 10 years gets out, he has a nest egg in which he can rent an apartment, pay for transportation, and buy the necessities he needs to exist in the free world. Maybe I'm just a pot-smoking hippie for saying this, but if the goal is to truly rehabilitate these men and make society better, then let's put our money where our mouth is.
How many people are in each cell?
2-man cells, man. These cells are so small. It's like a 6 by 9. You hear them? About 54.
You can't even fit 2 dogs.
Yeah, you can't. It's a cage.
You can't fit 2
So,
dogs.
what else do you have to think about living in a cell with another person?
Everything you do. You have to think about everything. You have to think about how loud you get up. If you're on top bunk, you can't step on the bottom bunk, you might wake him up. You have to think about everything. You can't drop things. You know what I'm saying? You got everything if you're respectful. You know what I'm saying?
What do you wish would change about the justice system?
I wish that they would really take an individual and look at the history that he has in his prison and the true change that he made. It's a lot of brothers in here that had committed crimes as kids and they're still in prison with too high sentences. And they've changed their lives. They done went to college. They done all type of things that get ignored, unfortunately.
By show of hands, who would say they grew up in poverty? Show of hands, how many of you had your father in your life growing up as a kid? How many of you didn't? Do you feel like that was a big reason why you chose the path you did, was a lack of a father?
Of course, of course.
My father was there. It was more so the attention. You know, I mean, I lived in a household with my dad, but he didn't show me that fatherly attention that I expected from my father. That's why I lacked that.
How many of you think in some way prison was actually a blessing for your life?
How many ever tried to pay the laws off?
Somebody called the doctor, because I'm sick of this. In my heart, it was blacker than some licorice. And just like cinnamon, it was hard to swallow. Yeah, my old lifestyle, it was hard to follow. But Christ came. My life changed. He renewed my mind, new mind frame, filled with the Spirit. That's how I maintain. Now I do everything in Jesus' name. But it took me to getting locked up to find freedom. Met Christ and I realized I really need him. Because like the children of Israel, I was lost people. Now I'm playing the role of Moses.
Have you noticed that immigration in the last 2 or 3 years has picked up dramatically?
Every coffee, that's like it. He made us a lot of money. I was getting cheap like 2 different shows. I got away from them, so I just dumped them in the middle of nowhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tommy G, and today we're taking a deep dive into the world of coyotes, immigrants, and human smuggling.
This country's coming down, and I'm pretty sure you're aware of that.
How long do you see yourself doing this?
All my life.
So it looks like people just got caught crossing the border. ¿De dónde eres?
In today's story, we have 3 main characters: illegal immigrants, human smugglers, and U.S. government. Immigrants are sacrificing everything to come to this country to escape oppression and dire economic circumstances back home.
The authorities are now bracing for up to 10,000 migrants a day.
More than 26,000 migrants in just 72 hours.
Crisis is being used a lot when describing what is happening on the border now.
The human smugglers see an opportunity to make thousands and thousands of dollars while evading law enforcement in America.
Let's say you move like 5 to San Antonio from here. That's like a couple of 25, 30,000.
And the U.S. government is pulling out all the stops to keep these illegal immigrants out of this country, including buoys filled with saws, a militarized border, and heavy punishments for people involved in the smuggling. We get to talk to each of these characters involved in this story, boots on the ground, on the Texas and Mexico border. Let's begin. Today we're diving into one of the most important topics we've covered yet on the channel. The story of human smuggling, illegal immigration, and the human desire for a better life. We're going to cover both sides of the issue, the damage and impact illegal immigration has on communities and countries, but also the human side of the desire just to improve your outcome in life. We're going to be talking to human smugglers, coyotes, and immigrants that are making the death-defying journey to America. We'll see you on the border. So what is it like seeing these walls be constructed in your town?
Surprising, bro. Like, you live here your whole life without this fence being here, and then like shit's getting a little more serious around here.
This looks like a holding station for when they cross over. There's probably 15, 20, maybe even 30 law enforcement vehicles here.
We're in Texas, and they brought a whole lot of Florida state troopers out here.
They're calling backup.
Yeah, the whole city's like, Florida, what the hell are they doing here? But it's just that bad, bro.
You guys can only film in that area. This area is so close.
Were there any signs? I didn't see. Here on the border, there's just another round of people being, it looks like, actively deported. There's buses right here. We don't know how close to this situation we can get. Some of these people made it from Honduras, Colombia, Venezuela, and now they're getting sent home. These guys got caught on the border and they're getting sent back.
They crossed on the backside, yeah.
You make it all the way to the edge of America and this is what you encounter. Look, someone's jacket is stuck from trying to, someone's sweater is stuck from trying to get through this. Crazy. Imagine your mom wearing that and getting stuck in barbed wire. Did you see Governor Abbott? He just put saw blades in the buoys.
Yeah, that shit already killed 2 people, bro. That's f***ed up, bro.
What is it like for people living in these type of towns?
It get a little scary for people, bro. Like, you really will see like crowds of them walking through neighborhoods here. Your grandma could be walking outside and like, oh shit, like be in fear. Like, these people could just rush in my house, like, cause they're thirsty, hungry, want money, want to steal my car, want to do.
Did that ever happen?
Out in ranches, bro, they be stealing trucks, bro. Like, keys are on there, they'll steal that shit, cause like they got no option. You feel me?
This man right here has been with us for some of the sketchiest shit we've done on the channel. We got raided by Mexican police last time I met you. You're right.
Holy
Are we rolling?
Bro, we might end up in the fucking ditch just so they could just like have no paperwork, no problems, no holy.
So we're gonna go talk to some smugglers. Are you nervous at all?
I'm straight, bro. We'll be good.
I'm gonna put a shirt on and we're gonna go. You put heads here. It's like 110 degrees outside.
That's why we got the ACs. So if not, they will not survive. They'll die. I'll give them water and the shower and shit.
Where are a lot of these people coming from? Like, is there a specific country? Honduras?
Deep down Mexico, like from everywhere, all kinds of people.
Everyone that goes over the border, does the cartel kind of have their hands in it in some way?
Yeah, kind of. They got the money, right?
Doing business with the cartel?
Yeah, I mean, they'll pay us if you f*** around with them.
The cartel is the last group on earth I think I'd want to be stuck in a room with if they don't like me, you know? People make it all the way from Honduras, and then they're here. What's the next step of the journey?
Passing the checkpoint, and that's it. They're good over there.
How do you make it past a checkpoint?
Sometimes they'll try to teach them how to say, like, oh, you're a citizen, or this career. Like, they'll catch you real quick. Like, yeah, it's easier when it rains, like, you know? When it's like pouring, well, it can't be outside, right? Like, when it rains is the best time.
So what is that like? You're sitting at the checkpoint, waiting for someone to look at your car. What is going through your head?
You pass, like, by yourself. You know, so they're gonna go shopping or something. So once you cross, they're like farther than the checkpoint.
They take like a path in the nature trail or something, and you go through the checkpoint alone?
Yeah.
How many people at a time is safe to do?
You can cross as many as you want. 15. Once we see it's getting hot, we get rid of them.
I smell some human shit.
They take shifts, like open window shit.
How long did the journey usually take for people?
But from here to with the families is like 2-3 days.
What are the risks involved with doing this? I heard a story of a guy who was driving a 18-wheeler with like 100 people in it and didn't get paid. So he just pieced out, left the people in the van. Like, tell me a crazy story that has happened while doing this, or like a risky situation you've gotten into while doing this.
One time I was in my car, I was getting chased by 2 patrols. I got away from them, so I just bumped them and I got going.
Coyotes, human smugglers have a bad reputation. What do you think about that?
don't care what they say. Being part of the game, a better life, which they know I got it.
How much does it cost someone to make the journey over?
That's all they need to go.
How lucrative is a profession for people in your shoes, for the Coyotes?
Let's say you move like 5 to San Antonio from here. That's like a couple of 25, 30,000 in a night, like just one day.
How old were you guys when you started all this?
I was like 16, 17.
I think you started on one of these, but the craziest thing that's gone down while you've been doing this.
I got snitched on. They're telling me that we got like 30 minutes to and I was down. I mean, we don't have nothing. They're telling me I'm taking a lot of it. And then I got back, I come back, and the police is all in the house.
Your spidey sense told you.
That's how real life.
How long do you see yourself doing this?
All my life. Once you start getting to the top, it's easier. I have to do some people, you have to get your hands dirty.
How do you tell your parents what you do for money? Like, what do they know about this?
They know. It's kind of hard to hide it.
What does your mom say about it?
Be careful, you know, like, careful who you hang out with and shit. Trying not to get killed, trying to get jail.
The governor recently started making these buoys that have saw blades in them, so people that are crossing the river can get cut up, they can die. What do you guys think about that?
These people don't go they just call straight up.
Like, you have to basically rub shoulders with the cartel to do this job.
Let's say we have a group here and we bring somebody to send them. Instead of sending them where they're supposed to, they take them somewhere else and they sell them for more money. That's when the cartel gets involved because, you know, they're f***ing up their money. Let's say I send you directly a car with 6 to Houston and you don't make it, you get caught. The cartel's gonna get mad and they're gonna go after you.
Will they get you in America?
It doesn't matter. They're everywhere.
Do you think immigration should be illegal?
No.
Do you think we should just have open borders where anyone can come in?
No.
Have you noticed that immigration in the last 2 or 3 years has picked up dramatically?
Every 12 that shit's skyrocketed.
Really?
He made us a lot of money. We can't act like this country is all that perfect. This country's coming down and I'm pretty sure you're aware of that.
What do we do to make America a better place?
We organize the government.
If some of these guys are trying to get all the way to Chicago, how many trips or how many different people do they have to link up with to get there?
As soon as they get to San Antonio, we try to have the family come down. And, you know,
Any final thoughts before we head out?
y'all be safe, don't do some dumb shit, don't miss America. Yeah.
As we stopped to get gas, we noticed Border Patrol also getting gas too. We decided to try and talk to them. This is what happened.
In the last 2 or 3 years, the border has been in crisis. Is that accurate to say?
It has.
Where do you notice most of the people coming from? Is it a particular country or region, or is it all over the place?
It's all over the place. You know, I've seen Cuban, Venezuelans, more Mexican nationals, Russians. That was the first time I came to stop one. The other today, they were like, well, I'm Russian, bro. No.
A lot of times these people, their families are working hard to give them money to come over here, and they view this as the land of opportunity. Do you think their mind changes once they get here, or do they believe, or once they cross the border, it's like this is the American dream?
I truly believe that they think that once they cross here, they're free. And they are, because they do get to stay here. But ever since Title 42 came in, it's like some get sent back. And
what's Title 42?
Title 42 just means the Mexican nationals, Hondurans, and if I'm not mistaken, Venezuelans getting sent back, deported. Before that Title 42 came into effect, they were all to stay here. You will get a piece of paper once the immigrant will get processed and said, here's a paper, you got to go to court, you're free to stay.
You guys seen a lot of action right now.
Oh yeah, we just had a pursuit the other day of a stolen vehicle for smuggling. I don't know if you guys heard about the Kia Boys.
I did the documentary on the Kia Boys.
Well, Kia Boys are essentially stealing Kias, bringing them down here, load up, take off.
I don't know anything about the Kia Boys you're talking about.
Tommy, appreciate it, man.
Have a good night.
Absolutely,
okay?
man. Y'all be safe.
So far on this channel, we've done a great job of getting the outlaw side of the story. But I think it is important to include the law enforcement side, because there's a yin and yang to every single story. I think we have to give some understanding to what they see and go through every single day. You think that's Border Patrol?
Yeah, that's what they are. See, these are all troopers, bro.
Look, there's some buoys over there. These are the legendary buoys that are talked about. Do we see any saws?
Yeah, right. Dude, that's what they are right here, bro. This is the saw, bro. Dude, that shit is hella sharp too.
So you are literally traveling hundreds of miles to get here, the American dream, and this is what you encounter. A gift from the state of Texas. We're gonna do our research on the saws. Here's a voiceover on why they're here.
What we stumbled upon were the controversial Rio Grande buoys that Texas Governor Greg Abbott put into the river. These buoys have saw blades that can cut and maim the immigrants as they cross the Rio Grande River. Many call this practice cruel and inhumane.
To me, it seems inhumane.
But you were not supposed to go past that trooper that's there.
I didn't see any signs and I didn't know.
Where's your car? Get in and please leave.
I was told that this area is open to the public now. The orders may have changed.
For sure.
So he's going to get the clarification from the higher ups. If it is open, you guys are welcome to film. Good? Okay.
Are people right there?
I think so.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh,
yeah.
people just got caught. So it looks like people just got caught crossing the border. ¿De dónde eres? Venezuela. Venezuela?
I'm from Colombia.
Okay. ¿Por qué sales tu país a venir aquí?
Venimos pidiendo ayuda.
¿Qué tipo de problemas tenían allá?
En mi caso, la guerrilla, los paracos,
¿Mucho narcotráfico allá?
Sí.
¿Los costó dinero?
No, nada, venimos con lo poco que tenemos.
¿Cuántas semanas o meses tardaron para llegar?
Un mes, por ahí más o menos.
¿Qué ocurrido con él? Él no puede ver.
Sí, él sí ve, pero tiene problemas. Me quitaron el reloj, me quitaron lo poquito de dinero que traía.
¿Quién robarte?
México nos quitó.
Over and over again from the immigrants, we heard that the hardest part of their journey was dealing with the Mexican police who were beating them and robbing them at every turn. And by far the scariest thing about getting deported back to Mexico was the idea of having to escape and evade the Mexican police again.
¿De dónde eres?
Venezuela. Colombia.
Ecuador.
Hondureños nosotros.
Colombia.
Colombia. Si puedes hacer el viaje a América, ¿qué quieres hacer con tu vida?
Trabajar.
Que nos den seguridad y trabajo.
Escucha sobre los buoys con los saws.
Pues ajá, lo vemos riesgoso, pero más riesgoso es perder la vida y primero que todo hay que lanzarnos a la suerte, primero es nuestra vida.
¿Tienes familia que fue contigo en el viaje que no están aquí ahora?
Yo vine sola.
Todos solos y nos hemos encontrado y para venir hasta acá nos hemos ayudado uno con los otros.
Ahora estamos en la frontera americana y hay la policía aquí. ¿Qué piensas va a ocurrir ahora?
Ellos nos dijeron que no podíamos cruzar porque sería ilegal, pero nos dijeron que esperáramos aquí, que migración llegaba a las 6 de la mañana, que podíamos dormir aquí porque allá es peligroso y aquí estábamos seguros.
¿Necesita más agua?
Sí, por favor. Gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Dios le bendiga.
¿Cómo fue el viaje? ¿Cómo la calor?
Súper terrible. Agua, todo el camino hidratándonos con agua.
¿Qué quieres tu vida hacer?
Tener la vida de
una vida mejor,
de
claro,
amenazas que teníamos en nuestro país, de violencia.
Por todo tu viaje, ¿fue difícil para tu ver?
Fue difícil.
¿Tu ayuda el todo el viaje?
Sí, el camino, yo me lo encontré en el camino y lo venía ayudando yo a él.
¿Eres amigos mejores? ¿O fue extraños?
¿Qué hondo estaba el río? ¿Estaba bien hondo en unas partes?
En algunas partes sí, mucha corriente. Ayudaron a una señora que estaba pasando con una niña, pero no tuvimos que devolver porque no pudimos.
Para allá van bastantes familias, como unas 6, 7 familias. Por ahí hay una señora embarazada.
Vamos a Walmart y vamos a volver, okay? It is unbelievable what some people go through in an effort to have a good life. If this isn't a f***ing reminder of what to appreciate in your own life, I don't know what is.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, just a fence can the whole world the difference.
Okay, wearing all this bling, that's the obvious sign of the transporter.
No, tranquilo, gracias.
¿Qué puedes decir sobre la bestia?
Bastante peligroso para aquí. Nosotros venimos atravesando 4 trenes.
Durante el día, muy calor.
Mucho sol.
El noche, muy frío. ¿Qué es el problema con Venezuela y cómo puede Venezuela edificar más fuerte y seguro para la gente ahí?
Cuando empezó la crisis en Venezuela, decidimos emigrar porque no teníamos comida, no teníamos agua, la luz se nos iba a cada rato. O sea, ya Venezuela no era un país como para vivir. Muchas personas se han muerto de hambre. Cuando comenzó la crisis, todo desapareció. Toda la comida desapareció.
Cuando salió COVID, se cerró todo en el país.
Antes del COVID ya todo estaba cerrado.
Things are rough right now in Venezuela. They have a leader now, President Maduro, that arguably stole the election and is still in power. The US government does not like President Maduro, so they implemented harsh trade restrictions that have negatively impacted the Venezuelan economy. Inflation went up nearly 2,000% in just 2022. Basic necessities are scarce and the price to buy them is astronomical. Things are really tough right now in Venezuela.
¿Cuántos años tienes?
26.
Deseo que el mundo puede encontrar paz y ser sin violencia. ¿Qué mensaje tienes a la gente?
Nosotros los migrantes tenemos un Dios poderoso que sabemos que nos va a ayudar para adelante.
Muchas gracias y buena suerte.
Igual, Dios le bendiga.
Thank you.
Yo sí tengo un problema político, tengo un cargo muy alto en mi país. Cuando tú sirves a alguien, pues sirves, ¿no? Pero cuando dejas de servir, te desechan como cualquier basura. Ustedes saben que mataron recién al candidato a la presidencia del Ecuador, Fernando Villavicencio. En la parte política estamos corriendo peligro. Mi país fue gobernado por Correa, por el presidente Rafael Correa. Ahora está la línea del partido de él también punteando para ganar nuevamente.
¿Qué grupo político estás parte de?
Yo formaba parte de Pachacuti, la parte indígena, el movimiento indígena más grande del país.
¿Qué piensas sobre estos con las partes de que cortar?
Mal por ese presidente, mal por esa persona que está gobernando, porque no solamente vengo yo, hay muchísimos, cientos de personas en las terminales. Yo compraba mis snacks para mí, pero tuve que dejarlos en el camino. Pero había niños que lloraban del hambre. Yo les daba mi comida, les daba mi agua, les daba lo que yo podía, les daba mi dinero. O sea, yo tuve una posición más y un poquito más para poder avanzar. No pagué coyote.
Mataron a mi mamá, a mi abuela, que traigo los recortes, necesito que me ayude. Yo tengo un hermano que está aquí en Miami, pero yo quiero que Diosito me ayude me ayuden, por favor.
Hermano, deseo el mejor para tú y lo siento sobre tu situación y los problemas en tu país y con todo de mi corazón que cosas están mejor para todo. Eres valeroso, fuerte,
Bueno, ya nos vamos a ir, pues muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Bendigas. I don't really have any words right now. Americans, let this be a reminder to never bitch about anything again. Anything I have to complain about absolutely pales in comparison to the story we just heard today. We're living a life that people will literally die to have. I hope this story puts it in perspective for us. Our gratitude for this country, how we feel about this country. Let this be encouragement to you and motivation to you. To whatever you do, work very hard. Whether you're a bricklayer, or a plumber, or a coder, an engineer, professor, whatever it is, do your part. We'll see you guys next week.
Cafeteria just rapping. Kept my foot on the gas, then I pressed down and I caught traction. Got all state for insurance.
Hey, there's Border Patrol. Literally, our hearts are racing. Okay, let's just get the border. The line separating the United States and Mexico. Every day, people risk their lives to make it to the U.S., sustained by the hope of the American dream. In 2014, the United States declared a border crisis, and it's since become a central political theme with figures like Donald Trump using the border as a primary focus of his 2016 campaign. In the last year, we had a record-setting 1.5 million people attempt to cross the border. That record was nearly doubled, with 2.7 million people attempting to cross over. As a journalist, I needed to make a stop at the border town of Eagle Pass, Texas, to get a boots-on-the-ground look. Here we go. Today we're on the border of Texas and Mexico. We're in Eagle Pass, Texas, just about to cross over into Piedras Negras, Mexico. And today we're exploring the story of immigration. We're gonna be talking to coyotes, trying to visit a safe house, talking to immigrants, citizens, potentially law enforcement, all of the characters that are in this complex story of immigration. Our guide for the trip is Cheta Blanco, a rapper from Eagle Pass, San Antonio.
But I got up and made it all over again.
He's making moves and he's also helping us around on some of these treacherous waters that we're navigating. So we're crossing to Piedras Negras. What can you tell us about this city?
I would say Piedras Negras has a lot of poverty. People call this baby Mexico, like an Eagle Pass, but really it's like a whole different world over here. Well, it's just harder over here. It's just harder for people out here. Y'all are gonna see it firsthand. As soon as we cross, it's a whole nother world, bro. There's a lot of violence and stuff, cartels, and you know, even like government themselves. There's a lot of people over here just driving around with guns. It looks like a war zone out here, basically.
How do you think these people feel about America? Do you think is America a place they want to be?
Yeah, for sure. They'd love to move out here, bro.
If someone can live in Piedras Negras, come over here and do a fast food job and go back at night, is that going to change their family's life? Or is that really going to help them?
That's going to change their family's life.
So if you look at what people have to cross to get here, there's barbed wire in the weeds right there. People drown in the Rio Grande, right? For some reason, it's kind of a treacherous river.
Oh, this river goes on forever. There's spots where it's more shallow. There's spots where like it's easier for them, but it's still hard, bro.
It's just crazy to me to think that a couple 100 feet can be the difference between poverty and a life that's a little bit better. Can you call him back up?
¿Tiene que checar algo?
Sí, la cámara. No sé si tengan que pagar impuestos.
El usa en la cama también. We thought we were getting hustled, and then we made a sex joke and we were good. So humor crosses all borders, folks.
They're straight trying to hustle us, bro.
You think that's what it was?
He was like, oh, pues, a ver si son unos impuestos para cruzarlas. Like,
yeah, bullshit. Like, he's trying to tax us. Exactly. I know what impuestos are. I don't like them here. I don't like them in the United States either. And that's just because their salary is so low, just to bolster what they do.
Bro, exactly.
I wanted to know how Mexican locals felt about America. Is it still viewed as the land of opportunity? Did they believe in the hope of the American dream? So I went to a town just over the border to talk to some locals.
Hola, me llamo Tomás y estoy aquí con
Rolando, mucho gusto.
Fernando. Carlos, con mucho gusto. ¿Cómo es vida en Piedras Negras?
Pues la vida aquí en Piedras Negras, joven, pues primeramente, antes que todo, pues la seguridad es muy tranquila, aquí tienen muy buena seguridad.
Pues muy bien, gracias a Dios.
Es muy bonita y bien tranquilo.
¿Qué piensas sobre América? ¿Es un lugar que quieres vivir?
¿Oh, sí?
¿Sí? No quieres? No. ¿Piensas que hay más oportunidades ahí que aquí?
Allá.
¿Por qué?
Es mejor pagado,
Allá hay más oportunidades que aquí.
¿Por renta aquí? ¿Cuánto cuesta por mes?
2,000, 3,000 pesos.
Bueno, yo ahí donde estoy ahorita es aquí en un hotel. Me cobran 500 pesos diarios.
Inmigración ilegal es un viaje muy peligroso, ¿sí? ¿Conoces gente que hacen el viaje?
Sí, tengo amigos ahorita que están en San Antonio, en Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, sí, soy de Wisconsin. Hay gente en Estados Unidos que piensa que Estados Unidos es el lugar muy peor
el peor país
y horrible.
El peor país.
No es cierto, porque yo trabajo allá.
¿Qué es tu trabajo?
Yo trabajo en una compañía de demolición.
Sí.
Es mucho más cara la vida aquí que allá con los salarios aquí. Que aquí suben más la comida que los salarios.
Hay mucha gente que se pasa para allá y
no quieren trabajar.
Que están, ándale, sí.
Hay más oportunidades que aquí.
Le dan food stamps, le dan de comida, le dan casa, todo, pues, le dan dinero, le dan todo y no quieren trabajar.
No, pues es que pues, allá hay más oportunidades. Más.
Sí.
¿Tienes un mensaje para la gente?
Que Dios me los cuide a los que estén allá y que le echen ganas en el trabajo.
Salir adelante, pues hay que trabajar, para que vean el resultado, echarle ganas.
El mensaje es que todos tenemos que estar unidos para poder salir adelante. Porque si no nos unimos entre todos, nunca vamos a salir adelante.
Hello, ¿cómo está? Thank you.
Just rapping, kept my foot on the gas, then I pressed down and I caught traction. Got all state for insurance, every beat I hop on,
We're in the car right now, gonna meet our contact, then we're gonna go to the safe house. So first we gotta pass inspection, they gotta make sure that we're not snitches, not, cops, and then we're gonna pull up. See you guys in a second. All right, we're here in where's this, a trap house? We're gonna talk to some fellas that are in the business of moving people. What's going on, big dog?
Pero funny, this fucking table is higher, right?
So how would you describe yourself? What's your role or occupation?
Money's a motivation, right? That describes me, money. Okay. What am I? Money.
What part do you play in that story of immigration?
Well, immigration, like we're border babies. We were grown in the border. We know everything, like how shit goes. It's like even if you don't want to know, it's just the border shit's going on. You feel me?
I was looking at the numbers. So this year is a record of immigration in the United States. 2.7 million people have come across the border. A lot from
That have got caught.
No, just have crossed the border. Period. A lot from Venezuela, Colombia. What are you seeing? Like, what is the primary reason you see people cross the border?
But shit, like when I first got out, like 6 months ago, they were over there in on the Hondureños, man. The Honduras from Haiti and all that shit. They were like black people, but they don't know English.
That was the
that
caravan?
happened in Del Rio, way. They had like 1,500 people, way. Right here in Quemado, they caught like 600-700, and that happens all the time, way. Like,
What are people's primary motivation for coming here? What do they think they're gonna find in the
shit,
United
they're
States?
just not what they think. I could tell you that much, because niggas think it's sweet over here. It's different for them, because, you know what I'm saying, like, they're already coming and they don't know what's out here. Like, they just know what their family tells them, what they see on TV, what they see on the news, you know? And they think, like, oh, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna get rich. But it's not like a one-day thing, you know? The way it's supposed to be is like a week, you'll be where you're supposed to be. But the way it's set up right now, like, it's so fucked up. There's a lot of people stealing people, like, you know, doing weird shit. There's a lot of people that don't pick up, leave them stranded.
How tough is the journey to get here? Let's say I was illegal, I was in Mexico. How do I go about getting here? Is it
They say
dangerous?
if I was illegal and I was in Mexico and I knew what I knew now, I wouldn't even want to cross, fam.
More struggle to get over here.
Yes, way. It's so bitch full. Like, sometimes it's easy, yeah.
Is it dangerous to come here? Like, is it a risky, scary, like, is it a journey that's...
It's just the world itself is a dangerous place. You don't have to be in a certain location. Like, even in the richest parts, like, some shiesty shit could go down.
So do you feel like you're helping people, or do you feel like, hey, I'm just a businessman?
Nah, at first, I was like, nah, man, I just wanted to get bread. But then, like, you start meeting these niggas and you, like, and I tell them what it is. Like, hey, what's up? Like, how'd you end up here? Like, what's going on? Because we found people, too. Like, Andy nigga will be at the park balling, playing basketball. Some nigga will walk up to us talking about, do you know where the train checks are? Because, look, to cross, you got to hire somebody that knows people. First, let's say they're coming from Honduras. They got to cross through a bunch of fucking checkpoints in Mexico. And that by itself, just to get to Honduras, to here to Piedras, is going to cost them about 5 bands. And then from here to San Antonio, which is a 2-hour drive, that's going to cost them at least another 5 bands.
So for someone that's dirt poor, how do they come up with 10 grand to cross the border?
It's crazy because you wouldn't believe me if I told you, and I still don't believe them. The people that already crossed, they help the people that want to cross. So the niggas that are over here and have bread, they'll lend money to someone, they'll finance them.
So they'll get a
It's crazy, right? It's crazy.
So someone will get like a construction job and send money back home to finance
Yeah, like let's say somebody's brother, he needs the bread, so he's gonna pay for his brother. When his brother's up there, he's gonna be paying them off because they already have it lined up, where they already have a job and everything. Oh, what an American could do for them today is just drive from here up, right? So it depends, cause look, a lot of people do it for $1,000 each person.
Wherever they want to go up?
San Antonio or Houston.
Okay. What is your role with what you do? Like, are you taking people from Mexico to Texas, or are you taking people within the states?
Within the states.
How often do you make that journey?
Rarely.
Just when you need cash, you kind of go do it? And is it pretty much you're just praying that the cops don't pull you over and you just...
It's not praying, it's just don't think about it. You feel me?
How old are you, roughly?
I'm 15.
Okay, how did you get into this game?
It comes to me.
They're from Honduras?
You down there, if they're not from here, you down there.
¿No nos van a matar?
¿Mande?
¿No nos van a matar?
No, hombre, que...
Hola, hola, me llamo Tomás, soy con...
Pastor y Leonel.
Okay, ¿y de dónde eres?
Venezuela.
Let's take you up to speed on the story of our 2 immigrant friends, Leonel and Pastor. To get here from Venezuela, they traveled the last 2 months largely on foot. This is them walking through the jungle, on a boat, and making some friends.
Escucho que en Venezuela que hay un crisis, ¿sí? Uno de 3 personas no tiene acceso a agua y comida, es la verdad.
Correcto.
¿Qué es la situación en Venezuela?
El gobierno nos ha robado todo el dinero de allá de nuestras naciones.
No hay trabajo, no hay comida.
Medicina, los hospitales.
No hay nada.
Describe el líder de Venezuela.
Es un dictador. Él no...
El presidente es un dictador allá que no deja que uno progrese. Todas las empresas las ha expropiado.
Todo.
Muchos se han ido por eso, pues, porque no dejan
He
que...
controls everything. He won't let anybody get further in life.
¿Cómo vives aquí? Like, ¿tienes una casa para dormir? Like, ¿cómo survive?
En el tren. Tenemos 3 días que no hemos comido hasta hoy.
Tenemos frío, no hemos
Ya no, hecho frío, el frío me está enfermando ya.
¿Cómo fue tu viaje de Venezuela de aquí? Like, ¿cuántos días? Like, ¿necesita un guía?
Principalmente el guía de nosotros fue el que está allá arriba, el Rey de Reyes, Dios. El primer viaje que tomamos fue la selva del Darién, no sé si la has escuchado. Duramos 2 días y medio caminando la selva.
queda entre Panamá y Colombia esa selva, para poder cruzar hacia Panamá.
Muchas personas muertas porque se lo llevó el río. Desde ahí pasamos para Panamá. Panamá vinimos viajando en buses. Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, Guatemala y México.
¿Qué fue la parte más peligroso o duro o difícil sobre el viaje?
México.
¿Por qué?
Nos bajan de los buses, nos rompen el permiso y nosotros la verdad hemos caminado kilómetros y kilómetros. Ya me empezó un dolor aquí en la rodilla.
Si todo México lo hemos transitado caminando, si no agarramos el tren y en el tren corremos peligro de que nos agarren los carteles, nos roban.
Antier se nos mató un amigo, antier en el tren.
Amigo de nosotros
iba montado arriba y...
Vamos a saltar esto, compramos comida y cuando tienes comida podemos hablar un poco más, ¿ok? Let's get them food first. Puede pedir, pero cada tú quieres en el menú. So, we're going back to meet the 2 Venezuelan boys, and initially our plan was to bring them back to the Airbnb and let them sleep there. But after talking to a couple locals here, they were like, hell no. Some of them said this is a 5 to 10 year potential sentence if we do that. To me, it is so crazy to think that giving someone somewhere, a place that is warm to sleep for one night to give them a little bit of relief from this 2-month journey that they've experienced. Like they've experienced hell in these last 2 months. They hadn't eaten in 3 days. They were wandering around hungry and cold and tired. And all of us were on board. Let's bring them back to the place to let them sleep. Let's give them a bed. Let's give them showers. Fear is kind of winning out on this one. Although it'd be a great gift to give them, is not worth 5 to 10 years. You could get put in a cage for doing what you think is totally the right thing. Helping 2 people. Like imagine if you were lost, you were in some foreign, unknown place, hungry and cold. It was illegal to help you. Like you would just hope that someone would help you. So we're gonna get them some supplies that at the very least they stay warm another night. Keegan, any thoughts?
I'm kind of with you on that. It's just, you can't do the right thing because it'll put us away and, kind of compromise our position.
Miguel.
I was on board with it, but...
Miguel was gung-ho, dude.
Yeah.
He ripped his jacket off.
I'm rooting for them, but, we can't to a full extent,
Miguel's parents are from Mexico. What would your parents say if we got caught doing this?
I feel like my dad would be like, hey, let's go.
Cheering for you?
Yeah, he's like, hey, I with that, but... he'd still be like, you're done,
We're gonna go get supplies for these guys. We're gonna go try and find them. So these guys are trying to get to Chicago, so they are going to be hurting if they don't have some warmth. So yeah, let's get them some food, let's get them some layers.
Si los metemos en el carro y nos vamos para otro lado y nos pescan, son 5 o 10 años para todos los cabrones aquí. Mira, como quieran le compró comida, le compró algo para dormir.
Quiero darte un lugar a dormir, pero es 10 años, so es muy loco que es un regla, pero tengo cosas para tú. Hey, there's Border Patrol. Literally, our hearts are racing, dude. Okay, let's get this thing going. And that they...
Hombre, lo deseamos que sí la hacen, lo deseamos que sí ganen un trabajo, lo deseamos que
Give them the rest of the plastic.
Ustedes van a trabajar duro y sí deseamos que encuentren lo que encuentren. Y además,
mantener en contacto por tu teléfono, sí. Okay? Quiero escuchar sobre tu historia.
What the dude? When that Border Patrol passed, I was like, but dude, he said he said they don't come over here. They're probably used to them passing. And earlier they said, bro, there's so many of them around here. Border Patrol passed and they already know they're illegal, but they kind of just ignore them. There's just so many of them out here, bro. That's what they're saying.
I don't know if it's because I'm cold or nervous, but I have the shakes.
You got them top and bottom thermal?
Yeah.
Dude, they'll be toasty in that sleeping bag, bro, like you said.
They have all those layers.
The fact that you got them 2 sleeping bags, dude, they're golden, dog. They're gonna go stash out somewhere right here. So I told them go find somewhere warm. I was getting real nervous, bro. My Spanish was all up because I was just.
Were you scared about border control?
Bro, straight up. But when he said no, they won't come back, I remember what they just told me.
He looped around and came back, and then they came back again, and we just
the first time I saw it, I'm like, oh shit.
A couple hours after we had got them some supplies from Walmart, Lionel and Pastor were picked up by the Border Patrol. They were stripped of their belongings and deported back to Mexico. Their hope is to cross again and make it to Cleveland or Chicago, where they can find factory work through their Venezuelan friends and contacts that have already made the trip. At the time of posting this video, they are still stuck in Mexico. Their only option is to save up about $2,000 and find a good coyote that can help them cross again. This story made me realize how lucky I am simply to have been born in the United States, a place with great opportunity opportunity and standard of living comparatively. I did nothing to earn my American status. I was just lucky that my parents had me here. I wish the best for Lionel and Pastor and think about the millions of people in similar situations to them.
We've taken you across the border to talk to people. We took you to a place where people transport, you know, we met some guys that transport folks, and now we met some actual immigrants. And so we might do a part 2 on this someday, because I think there's enough to do many stories on this. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next week. Could you show us how it looks to steal a car?
I can show you inside your car.
What? Here guys, this is what I'm gonna do real quick. All right, now we're good to go. Hello everybody, my name is Tommy G, and today I'm going boots on the ground, cover a notorious group of kids, the Kia Boys. These kids are legendary for the amount of cars they are stealing in Milwaukee. Just last year alone, they've stolen 10,000 cars, in particular Kias and Hyundais. Let's roll the tape so I can show you what they do.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, look at these dumbass Kia Boys. Oh my God. Hey, what's up?
Today we're going to be talking to the citizens of Milwaukee, getting their take on the Kia Boys and the Kia Boys themselves. Let's begin this story. I feel like a little bit of a war correspondent in my own city right now. I believe everybody has a heart. I really hope to find it in these Kia Boys. Have you heard of the Kia Boys? Have you heard of the Kia Boys?
Yeah. No, I haven't. Gotta see a lot of it on the news. Yeah, I heard of the Kia Boys.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard about them.
How do you describe what the Kia Boys do?
I don't know, just get out their way, they hot.
Yeah?
They hot.
They break into people's hard worked cars and take them and destroy them. Now they just doing to destroy our city, and it's not right.
If you were mayor of the city, what would you do about the Kia Boys?
Try to make a difference, you gotta start making examples. The mayor, you know, he got his own car shot up, so he doesn't really know what to do. Yeah, I don't know, maybe we need more police.
I send some jump out boys and make, you know, undercover, get their asses in and clean up the city.
What if you were mayor of the city? What would you do?
Lock their ass all up.
If I was mayor, I would propose your first offense as a Kia Boy, you have to do 1,000 hours of trash cleanup.
That don't help them no more, man.
No?
No. The world messed up now, man.
What should the punishment be if you get caught stealing a car?
Give them some time. Sit their ass
2
down.
years, 4 years, 10 years?
A good 10, 20 years, because that's hard-earned cars. And look at what I'm driving because of the Kia Boys.
A Kia Boy stole your car?
Yes. Can't take the kids to school, can't make appointments, gotta call it to work. So it's tragic. It was sad and tragic. I cried.
Was it a big financial hit to you?
Definitely.
Get time as an adult.
2 years, 10 years?
10 years. And keep his ass in there.
What do you think should be done?
I don't know. You gotta catch them niggas. They be going too fast. I don't know.
Okay, how many years should someone get for robbing a car? Like, what's a fair punishment? I don't want to put a kid in jail for life, but I don't think it should be a slap on the wrist.
I don't think so either. I don't know. I can't say.
Okay.
I got boys, and if they go to jail, I feel bad.
I'm 60 years old. I go out there and steal a couple of kills and try to rake and race and fuck up and kill somebody. They gonna give me 25 to life, player.
If we were cellmates, I'd play chess with you.
Thank you. I love that game.
Yeah? Do you know anyone who has had a car stolen?
Yes, that I work with.
Do you know anyone that has gotten their car stolen?
Yep.
Multiple people or just one?
Multiple people.
Yeah, I have 2 or 3 friends who have stolen their car. Yeah.
Guys, this is a man with multiple people in his circle that has had a car stolen. That is crazy. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
If you had a message for the Kia Boys, what would it be?
Kill your good asses out.
Stop ruining our city.
Stop before you get killed or kill everybody else, man, while you out there doing it. Stop doing it.
Never see your family get fucking with some of these people.
Maybe if you work and do something for yourself, you will know what it is to have something instead of taking from people.
Do you feel like there's hope for them in the future, or do you think they're too far gone?
For everybody. It's hope for any and everybody. It's all depending on what you shift your mindset to.
It makes me sad to see the Kia Boys. Those are young kids doing all
Young
this.
babies, man, but they don't understand what they're doing. A 3-year-old know when he's doing right or wrong.
Let's say you were the mother of a Kia Boy. What would you tell your son?
I like his ass.
Yeah. See guys, this is what I'm talking about. They gave these out for free because that's how much the Kia Boys are doing work around here. We had multiple people that we interviewed in just a span of 15 minutes know somebody or themselves personally that had their car stolen by the Kia Boys. That is fucking crazy. It's scary to think I'm going to meet somebody that seems to have no regard for human life. They will steal your car, all your shit, just for a joyride. And their violence has been so notorious that the city of Milwaukee had to cancel a fucking basketball game watch party because these kids are so violent.
What it do, bro?
What up, big dog? I'm on your block.
Shit, I'm on your block.
All right, we're here, we're live. How you guys doing? What can you tell us about what we're about to see right now?
Man, my little niggas finna hit the corner and go crazy.
How many Kia boys do you think there are in the city?
Hundreds.
Hundreds?
There's Kia boys, Sonata boys.
Are there any Chevy boys? I hope not, because I got a Chevy over here.
It's a whole tutorial on how to do this shit on YouTube. If you see a nigga walking around with a Charger like this, just know he's probably gonna steal your car.
I'm Tommy G, and I'm here with...
My name's Sonny.
I'll call you Marvin the accountant, okay?
All right.
So Marvin, when did you start getting into the Kia business here?
I ain't gonna lie, like shit. 3 summers ago, that's when it all started, Hyundais and Kias.
Do you get nervous before you do that?
Hell no.
I'm gonna film you guys, but I don't think I'm gonna get into a car with you because I feel like I might die. Are there Kia boys that have crashed a car and died?
Yeah, the wildest nigga I ever seen, somebody asked to drive and then they crashed, they flipped the car in less than 20 seconds.
Hold this in front of your face while you talk. No, I'm just kidding. We'll have to find something for you. Here guys, this is what I'm gonna do real quick. All right, now we're good to go. What percentage of Kia boys stay strapped when they ride around town?
I ain't gonna lie, at least 60%, 60-70% always got guns.
Do your moms know that you do this?
Shit, she know I got a case for that shit.
That's exactly, mom know I got a case for it. That's a.
What does she say? Does she tell you like, hey, you can't be doing this?
Yeah, she tell me not to do it. I be listening to her too. I don't be doing
Only
it.
got caught one time, so she think I'm done. I don't condone this either, y'all. I tried to stop it, so.
Yeah, what's your advice to these young guns out here?
Man, stop doing that shit. Pick a bag up, line your lines up, you buy your own car.
Most of the people stealing cars is kids, so they get a slap on the wrist and get right out.
What up, big dog? How you doing? You got the Cartiers looking fresh, man. Good to meet you. I'm Tommy G.
What's going on?
So have you heard of the Kia boys?
Yeah.
And to people that haven't heard about them before, how do you describe them?
Shit, they Kia boys. Yeah, they do their thing on the real. Watch out for them, but I fuck with them though.
If I drive a Kia, should I be concerned?
Oh yeah, most definitely. They come to get that.
What advice would you have? What would you want to say to a Kia boy?
Man, shit, be safe. Be safe. It's rough out here.
Is this block about to get crazy or what?
Hell yeah.
What's the most daring or brave thing you've done in the car?
He was out the sunroof driving.
Did you think you were gonna die?
Hell no.
Are you scared of death?
Shit, hell no, that shit gonna come.
But maybe it can come a little bit later, not today when you're driving out of a sunroof, you know?
Shit, I ain't gonna crash, I got it.
If you had to guess, the average Kia boy out there, 30 cars, 50 cars, 2 cars?
People be on sprees, because some people don't know how to drive, so they gotta steal so many cars because they run through them.
Because they crash them?
Yeah, I know people who got like 200 car thefts, 300 car thefts.
What? And are you scared of potentially ever going to jail? You ever think about that?
No, I ain't gonna lie, I'm only scared of the black truck shit. Fuck the police, I ain't gonna lie, I'm only scared of the black truck. Other than that, fuck the police.
Have you thought about how you would spend that time?
Shit, you only gonna do like 3 weeks shit, it's a misdemeanor.
You only do 3 weeks for stealing a car?
Hell yeah, it's a misdemeanor shit.
So is there really no punishment for this?
Hell no. It's the high speed, that's when you get a felony.
How old do you think the average Kia boy is?
12, 11.
12, 11? You know what I was doing when I was 11? I was catching frogs and shit. Uh-oh. Hey, watch this, watch this, watch this. What?
Man, he ain't turned nothing up though, but the car.
Hey, what's that fat bitch on the corner talking about?
What did we just see right now?
Man, you just seen the smacking ass shit, nigga. That's what smacking ass shit, man.
How fast do you think they were going?
He tried to
Like
eat
80,
that motherfucker.
like 80 trying to eat burnt that motherfucker.
So do you guys go to school or you just skip school and steal cars all day?
I go to school for
I go to school.
I need my education.
So what do you want to be when you grow up?
Shit, rich, shit, whatever comes with it.
I mean, do you see yourself being an astronaut, a fireman, a mechanic?
I ain't gonna entrepreneur. I want to do HVAC. I ain't gonna lie.
HVAC? Dude, that's a really good profession. I feel like you guys would be perfect mechanics, you know what I mean? Like you already are in the business of cars. Do you know that this city is scared shitless of this right now? The whole city of Milwaukee is pooping their pants because of that shit like that. I feel like I need to move my car off the street. All right, guys, honest question. So if that car would have gone out of control and swerved and hit me and I died, What do you think should happen to the driver?
Yeah, you should have got out the way.
If the car hit me, it would have been my fault.
Hell yeah, you should have ran when you seen that motherfucker.
People know when the kid boys come through, get up out the way.
Would you guys even have cried at my funeral and brought flowers or anything?
I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't even know you
like,
that much to be crying.
But I'd be like, damn, bro, shit. I'd be like, damn, bro, I got smacked.
I asked them if it hit me, they said it would be my fault.
Yeah, they said shit, you should have got out the way. Yeah. Listen, and that's the fucked up part because they dead serious.
That's a fucked up mentality.
It is. And it's like they don't got no sense of sympathy or nothing like no more, you know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
they could be stealing a single mom's car that if she misses that car, she gets evicted from her place and her whole family's life is fucked.
People always say you're supposed to offer them guidance and direction. How you gonna offer somebody that don't want nothing, that don't want to listen?
What do you say to people that say, hey, they just need a better family structure, they need a male role model?
I mean, that could be true in some cases, but some of these people have that. A lot of these kids really good kids, but they followers. A lot of kids really at home a lot by themselves. Mom's working second shift, trying to feed 4 or 5 kids, so they at home, 16 and 17 years old at home. A boy gonna do what he want to. I did.
I mean, a lot of kids got good parents. When you come outside, you're gonna do what you want to do, so you really can't blame it on the parents.
No. Young men like to push the boundaries.
Yeah, I think now with these cars, they testing the boundaries of death almost.
They really are. I mean, that was crazy. They could have driven through that car right there.
Yeah, hell yeah, they could have hit that curb and started flipping or anything.
Should we check out the aftermath?
Yeah, let's go check it out.
All right. Okay, so we have to be ready. If they swerve back around, we have to hide, dude, because I don't trust these guys to drive properly. All right, so look, see all these tire marks? They swerved into someone's front yard. Look, right here and right here, 10 feet from the school. We're gonna interview a lady that almost got hit. Are you okay? How close to you did that come?
Like, pretty close.
That was fucking crazy.
That was wild. Some wild shit.
Is that normal? Have you ever seen something like that before?
Yeah, every day.
Every day? That wild?
Yup.
Y'all got a hood pass courtesy of the mob. Gotta watch y'all because they getting kind of treacherous over here.
Dude, and I have a girlfriend I love very much I need to go home to.
You gonna go home and
she's my sweet cheeks, you know what I mean?
My sweet cheeks.
What happened over there, man?
Man, he was doing 80 and tried to e-brake. Can't do that.
The guy's on the fucking car. Oh fuck, my car's up there. I don't want my car. You see people running for their life up there, dude? Did you see that? These kids are gonna fucking die. I'm getting scared watching it. I'm not even in the car.
Hey, y'all see that we Hot Wheels? We like the Hot Wheels on this bitch. You see how fast we put the tire on?
That was crazy.
Hot Wheels, man.
You got some cojones, man, that's for sure.
Hell yeah.
Have you ever gotten into a police chase before?
They can't chase cause they can, but like after you doing so much dangerous shit, they gotta terminate it.
You're a reckless man, you know that? Are you ever sitting in the back of the car thinking, I really wish I wasn't here because this is scary as fuck?
No, I don't drive in the back seat. If I'm in the joint, I'm in the front seat.
So either you're driving or nothing?
Yeah.
I'm Mr. E-Brake. They call me Mr. E-Brake.
Where do you guys put these things?
Shit, this is what you do. You ride through the hoods, you see a abandoned house, and then you see if they got an open garage. Shit, the garage open parking it. Sometimes your car be there, sometimes you won't. Shit.
Hello, sir. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I hope UPS gives him an extra little kick for this route, because this is crazy. Sir, can I ask you another question, Professor E-Brake? How are you going to be an astronaut or an entrepreneur if you're getting yourself into trouble with these Kias?
Shit, I don't even ride joint shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, the only time I got in a stolen car, say if my boy called me like, I got something fat. I'm like, damn, I gotta drive that. I ain't drive that yet, so shit.
Does being a Kia boy get you chicks?
I ain't gonna lie. Bitches suck your dick, you pull up in the joint. The bus just hit you.
They hit a bus?
This ain't even suit.
Bro.
Can you put it on speaker?
How the bus hit you, bro?
It's the thing that I'm trying to process right now. Like, to me, this is completely crazy and wild. But to you, this is just, what day is it? Tuesday, huh?
Yeah,
just another Tuesday for you.
Tuesday.
So can you describe what you're doing right now?
Oh, shit. These motherfuckers in the system, they know these very well.
Do you know any Kia boys that have been shot at while stealing a car?
Yeah.
Do you have friends that have gotten in trouble and are in the system right now or in jail right now?
Yeah.
There they go right
Uh-oh, here we go.
I ain't used to do no shit like that back in my day. See, and that's what I say, like, not to that extreme. This shit changed so much.
Go, roll. Oh, shit. Oh my gosh. Hey, not the Chevy though, Don't hit the Chevy. Hold on. And this is why I need help on my Patreon. We're trying to take shit to the next level right now. We're doing more angles, more cuts, more scenes. We're on the block kind of doing dangerous shit. This is some wild shit, so Patreon link in bio. Every time they pass my car, I'm like, please not my car, please not my car. These kids is like fucking ping pong to them. That's how casual they are about stealing a car. Should we clear out of here?
Yeah, they calling the police.
Okay, shit's getting hot.
Yeah, hell yeah. Y'all see I wasn't gonna smack that motherfucker. I told y'all.
Bro, going bad.
I'll tell you guys like this, all right? First, thanks for giving us a show. That was fucking something I've never seen before in person. The other thing is, as like a big brother, I just hope that you guys stay okay, stay safe. I don't want to see anything bad happen to you guys, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
yeah.
make sure y'all blur out the plates.
Yeah.
Cause they had charges with that shit.
But I wish the best for you guys. I hope you stay safe. Or maybe you become a professional boxer. Maybe you become an astronaut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you guys got any final thoughts or anything you want to say to the camera?
Nope.
What about to the people in Milwaukee out there?
Man, stop trying to crack joints down. Stay dangerous, man. Summer, bloody summer, man. Y'all, a lot of niggas gonna die. It ain't meant for a lot of niggas.
No bullshit, no.
All right, guys, take care. That's it. That's the Kia boys. All right, let's get out of here before the cops come out. Fellas, I think it's time to skedaddle, as they say. Okay, good meeting you. Let's get out of here, okay?
This window got shot up right here with the shotgun.
This is how easy you get alcohol in this watch.
Hey, can I get two?
2 water bottles?
Yeah. In the nighttime, it's when it's scary.
So when the sun goes down, we should get out of here?
Yeah. Everyone comes out.
It isn't unusual at all to hear gunshots in some areas of the Pine Ridge Reservation.
We're seeing an all-time high of violence and drug trafficking like we've never seen before.
Have you had to use that before?
Yup.
On a person?
Yup.
I probably can't ask any more questions than that, huh?
Nope.
But tell me about the process of flipping this into pints. How does that work?
1 water bottle will equal up to this much.
So we're okay.
What did you say, 20 for at least one?
No, thank you. Do you hear me? On this channel, we've traveled far and wide to the roughest places in the United States. Of all the places we've gone, Pine Ridge Reservation may very well be the roughest place we've ever been. The stats here paint a remarkably bleak picture. Here, there's a 90% unemployment rate, there's an 80% rate of alcoholism, a 70% high school dropout rate, and nearly half the population has diabetes. There are no banks, no motels, no movie theaters, and there's only one moderately sized grocery store to support a population of nearly 20,000 people that stretch across 3,500 square miles. On this reservation, a third of the homes have no electricity or a basic water and sewage system. The utter lack of industry and commercial activity leave the residents almost no options for employment. With an average annual per capita income of $3,000, this is the poorest place in America. And despite this, you find people here that are striving to make a difference. There's a skate park that promotes sober living and gives the kids a safe place to go. There's a principal that wants to show her students love and support. There's people battling to preserve the culture and teach the kid their native tongue and traditions. It's a place with great challenges, but it also has a lot of resilience and character. Today, we cover the yin and yang of Pine Ridge. We examine history to see how these conditions came to be, and we talk to community leaders to see what the way forward is. Let's get started. Folks, we are on the outskirts of the Pine Ridge Reservation, one of the most notorious reservations in the country. It feels like we're on another planet. We just passed through the beautiful remote Badlands, and now we're in this rural hill country. This was ground zero for some of the Native American struggle against the US government. This is a place that still has a lot of roots into their history. They still speak Lakota. They still have sun dances. They still have a lot of the ceremonies that have guided their culture for years. But as you can see, 2 ambulances passing by. This is also a place that struggles with a lot. Alcohol addiction, meth addiction, high rates of diabetes and obesity. This is arguably the most impoverished place in the country. Incarceration, somewhere between 7 out of 10 men get incarcerated around here. There's a lot of cyclical things at work. The relationship between these folks and the US government is a treacherous one, full of betrayal, full of just dirty tricks. It's an ugly part of American history. A recommended reading for today's episode is Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee. So without further ado, folks, this is gonna be a wild ride. This, folks, is the Pine Ridge Reservation.
I'm Oglala Lakota. I'm the founder of the Mothers Against Meth Alliance.
Is meth still big out here, or has fentanyl replaced it?
We do have fentanyl. We had a few deaths from fentanyl. I do harm reduction here, which is illegal as for me to have clean needles. They said they'll charge me with dangerous drug paraphernalia.
The local PD?
Yeah. A few years back, we had a young girl who was gunned down on Main Street up here, and that was like probably my 3rd year fighting meth. Everything I do, I pray about, and what came to me was need to start patrolling the streets. I've been doing this for 10 years now.
How bad is meth in the area?
Meth is horrible here.
Like what % of people would you say are on meth?
90. I'm building a detox, a grassroots. Our build date is June 1st.
Beautiful.
And it's going to be a healing center. We're going to build a food forest. We're going to have a safe house for young people escaping drug addiction.
This is in the middle of nowhere. How do you think meth makes it into the community?
We have Denver, Rapid City's a big pickup place. We have cartels who are infiltrated in here. On our
Mexican
list.
cartel?
Yeah.
I've heard rumors or whispers that Mexican cartels also involved in trafficking of Native women.
Of course they are. The Interstate I-90 and I-29, those are major vessels for sex trafficking. Because I fight meth, sex trafficking is a big part of my program.
They go hand
also.
in hand. If we wanted to find meth, how hard is it to find around here?
One of the street people will probably be walking and you just ask them and they'll find it for you.
How much do I need to buy a hit of meth?
$10.
On a daily basis, what do you see while you're on patrol? Like, do you have to revive people? Do you have to call ambulances for people?
Sometimes I do. Last night, one of our unhoused relatives started having a seizure, so I had to get out and call the ambulance and sit with him till the ambulance came. Sometimes I find a gang fight, sometimes I find people getting beat up, sometimes I find sex traffickers and I chase them out of town.
And they're mostly Mexican guys?
No, this one comes from Nebraska.
Is he a Native man?
No, he's a black man.
So if I see a black guy around here, does he have Native blood in him? Or?
If he's a local, he's half indigenous. For the kids, a lot of kids come down here after school and play. I just gotta make sure. Then if I see meth dealers, I'll beat them up.
What can you fellas tell us about the area?
It was rough growing up.
It looks like it could be fun, but it also looks like it has some sketchy spots too.
There's a bunch of sketchy people, a bunch of like missing women going on, some kids.
Does everyone know about the missing women?
Yeah.
That's no secret around here.
No.
The Rapid City Police Department is asking for your help finding 26-year-old Michelle Elbow Shield. Pine Ridge woman has been missing since mid-December.
Remains of Shayna L., the young man afraid of his horses, were found last night on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation.
I just went to a conference this morning in Rapid City about missing women. They said, oh, it's MMIW. I didn't know what that was, but that's a commonly known thing around here. Where are these women going? Are they getting killed? Are they getting trafficked?
Getting trafficked, killed,
everything. I just heard from Mother Jules. I don't know if you've talked to her before. That's your grandma?
Yeah.
Apparently cartel has some roots in here.
Yep, there was rumors of the cartel being here.
We were just talking about some of the trafficking that's going on. We were at a conference this morning about missing women. Everyone knows about that? Everyone's heard about that? That's sketchy as
common.
Who is taking them out? Is it their boyfriends? Is it their husbands? Is it random people?
Could be random people, could be the boyfriend.
Is domestic violence high around here?
It's very high.
Is it just men hitting the women, or do the women hit the men too?
Both.
That's a tough way to have a relationship.
It really is.
I can't lie.
It's kind of normal around here. I try not to be that way though.
We as men are supposed to be the protectors. And if we're the ones terrorizing our own family, that's not the best path. What was it like growing up here, fellas?
It wasn't bad. It was
kind of rough as well because the environment kind of bad because the alcohol and the drugs and there's nothing to do around here.
You just get it so easy.
I see you have someone on your shirt. Tell me about that.
My cousin, he died from cancer.
How old was he?
22.
Do you know how he got it?
You don't really go to the hospital here if you don't want it.
Is there a solid hospital in town?
No.
They give you some painkillers until you just
go on.
Do you guys ever go hiking in the Badlands?
Nah, I go hunting out there. We go out there here and there, shoot some guns off.
You know, Blakes and shit.
Are you kind of the cowboy of the crew?
Yeah. You ever heard of Indian Relay?
No, what's that? Oh, I see you're a champion too. I see on your belt buckle you're a champion.
Yeah, it's like relay, but on the back of the horse.
Horse racing with no saddle.
Yeah.
Tough son of a gun.
What was the pay for the championship last year? Quarter of a mil.
I see Indian relay. Is Indian still a word that someone can use, or is that don't? That's offensive, or don't
it's
say
not offensive. I don't take it offensive.
Okay. So if someone says an Indian reservation, that's not like beat the shit out of that guy?
No.
I think one thing you're gonna notice here is the Oakland Raider logo everywhere you go. So I wonder if there's some like Chicano Cholo vibes going on. And like even the guy that pulled up with the bandana and the Loke sunglasses, I instantly felt kind of like Mexican gangster guy. Shane just got out of the joint. He's back in time for a visit, so I'm happy that he's joining us. Those are dogs roaming around.
They're going back to their death.
Are they friendly?
No.
They will attack you and they will take you to the ground. It's
Really?
crazy, yeah.
Have you ever been attacked by a dog?
I have.
More than once?
More than once.
Holy shit.
I've been in and out of prison all my life. I got into the federal system when I was 14.
That's young.
Went on to a boys ranch till I was 18, on to federal juvenile prison till I was 21.
What was the boys ranch like?
It got me a high school diploma, a boxing club. It pushed me in a good direction, but coming back to surroundings like this at a young age and being vulnerable, it was easy to get sucked right back in. Coming back to that, gang banging.
Am I allowed to ask if you were TBZ?
Yeah, I'm TBZ.
That was the most powerful gang in the area for a long time, right?
Was.
Is it still around as much as it used to be?
It's still around in the state prisons, federal prisons, here.
Is TBZ mostly older guys or are there young cats in it now?
It's generational.
Everywhere I go right now, I find that the 14-year-old kids, 15-year-old kids are doing the most crazy shit.
It's crazy, the guns, kids packing guns, regular murders. Back then there was some, but it wasn't like it is today. But again, it comes back to how they're raised, no role models, and look where we live, where we have to grow up.
We are at one of the homeless shelters in Pine Ridge, South Dakota right now.
Is homelessness something that's been growing over time here? Or is it staying steady?
It's been here ever since I was growing up. I always seen homeless people.
And now what we see is an influx of more younger people turn into these ways. It's the opportunities we don't have here, the assistance.
I live here. I'm part of the homeless community. Out here in the reservation, they don't have a lot of jobs, so...
What are the job opportunities for someone out here?
The small local restaurants.
Has it been like this as long as you can remember, or is this recently that something has changed?
That's something that's been in the making. The tribe is holding us back.
How so?
We have industries that would like to come in and build in our area, but the tribe wants to always have their hands in their pockets.
So they want to tax them too heavy.
They want to say, hey, I want the tribe's name to be on it. Everything has to be the tribe, the tribe, the tribe. These industries don't want that.
What do you think the unemployment rate is in the area?
It's in the red zone. This is some of the beadwork that I'm doing today. It's something that I do in order to support myself.
We also heard that there's a high concentration of meth in the area. If you were to point at 10 people, how many of them do you think are involved with meth?
Majority of the people. Or they have no support for transgender community.
What do you do in the winter if you're homeless around?
Would bundle up. We would walk around this area and follow footprints. We would look for older people that drink and that use. Their bodies are so intoxicated that they don't realize that they're cold. They'll fall asleep.
And they can freeze to death.
This past winter, we lost quite a few people to freezing to death outside.
Sorry to hear that.
Alcoholism is one of the strongest forces working against the people of Pine Ridge. The bottle has wreaked so much havoc here that it's been referred to as a liquid genocide. Pine Ridge is actually a dry county, meaning that alcohol here is illegal. However, it's easy to find. You can find a bootlegger anywhere you look. Alcohol-fueled crimes fill the reservation jails, with DUIs, domestic violence, fights, murder, and bootlegging being commonplace. The relentless tide of alcohol sweeps away the years, leaving Pine Ridge residents with some of the shortest lifespans in the Western Hemisphere, second to only Haiti. So proportionally, Pine Ridge's alcohol issue makes San Francisco's fentanyl problem look like child's play. The kids wanted to show us how easy it was to get bootlegged alcohol in the area. So they grabbed their GoPro, they went on a mission, and this is what happened next.
Alright, we're gonna show you how easy it is to get.
This is how easy you get alcohol in this. Watch, hold on.
What do you got? We got 20. We got
$20. We'll get some alcohol. What? Boys, let's roll out. Alright, let's go. Mission Impossible.
Hey, can I get two
water bottles?
Yeah.
How you doing? How's your dad doing?
He's alright. Alrighty then. You guys have a good one.
Yeah. Look at that. That's straight alcohol, nigga. Big down. That's how easy it is in this reservation to get some alcohol. He just walked up in that as you've seen. So much bootleg walk out.
We call light skinned. Cameras is just in there though.
All blinked and shit.
One of them was sitting on the couch all blinked.
Let's go!
What are people mixing alcohol with? What have you guys seen so far?
Antifreeze, hand sanitizer.
You put in a car windshield wiper?
Yeah.
They mix that with alcohol.
Yep.
Does that actually get you drunk or is it just to stretch it?
It just mess up your stomach, bro.
I would imagine someone would feel miserable after drinking that.
I know one story of this girl who bought one and she died off it.
Why antifreeze of all things you can mix it with?
Just for that extra buck.
They're just trying to stretch it.
Yeah.
Can you get drunk off a hand sanitizer?
Yeah.
Over the years, what have you seen as far as what people mix into the alcohol?
Back then, it was half pints of Lord Calvert. This new vodka craze is killing our people. It's the lowest grade alcohol you could get. Mix that with the stuff that they're putting in to sell it.
Is that creating a wicked hangover for people?
Hangover. I talked to a lady at IHS. People coming in with poisoning from all the stuff they're putting into these drinks just to stretch it.
There used to be one of the biggest liquor stores in the country around here in Nebraska, right?
White Clave, Nebraska, 2 miles from here. Every building was a bar. They made millions on this reservation.
Because this is a dry area, right?
Right.
The Loophole was a place 2 miles away across state lines, sold all the liquor.
And it was good and it was bad, because now you got people traveling on these highways to go get their liquor, which makes the highways more dangerous.
Because people are driving drunk. They're not waiting home to drink it. They're drinking on their way home.
At some point there was a lawsuit from our tribe, the Oglala tribe, who shut it down. Now it's like a ghost town up there.
Have you ever been in a shootout?
Yes. In my days it was territorial. Spent a lot of time in Northside, Rapid City. I'm lucky to be sitting here today talking with you guys and in one piece.
Has anyone ever been shot at here?
Being grazed on the leg right here.
What was that like?
It was just a little drive-by, but I mean, that's just normal around here. It's just another day.
We're already back from their mission.
Yeah.
This kid wanted to show us how easy it is to access alcohol here. Can I sniff that shit? Here. So,
Is that a ski?
Make sure it's real.
Check it. She probably knows.
Alcohol.
Yeah, it's real.
I don't know.
smells like shitty vodka. How much did this cost?
$10. $10. 20 for both.
Someone that's really into alcohol, how long does that last them?
Like 30 seconds. Hours.
Does everyone here have someone in their family that's been hit by alcohol? Like addicted to alcohol?
Everyone. Straight out the jug.
This is for educational purposes only. Yeah, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
So that's bootleg alcohol. How enforced is bootleg alcohol around here? Will a cop bust it?
Yeah.
Is it risky to sell bootleg alcohol?
Yeah.
That shit is making my whole mouth buzz. If I'm trying to recover from being addicted to alcohol, is there any resources around here?
There's a meeting spot over there.
How many people around here you think are sober from everything? Just completely living sober?
25, 50% maybe?
I'd say less than like 50%.
The res is like literally only 20, maybe not even 15% of the res has jobs around here. The rest of the 80% of people don't have jobs around here. Selling drugs and alcohol be the main source of money flow around here.
So do you think a lot of the reason why meth and alcohol is so heavy here is just economics? If there was better things to be doing, people wouldn't be doing it?
If there was more jobs, and then if we had addiction centers and everything, it would be more helpful, but we don't have those like right offhand where someone can just go check themselves in.
Do you have any stories of growing up on the res that can give people a picture of what life is like here?
The way I grew up was more like traditional and stuff like that, where you go and go to like the powwows and sun dances and stuff like that. Like there's a good amount of people that are sober, are getting sober. You know, so
I noticed a lot of people just walking down the street and kind of just trekking. Is that common around here?
Yeah, that's very common.
That's very common.
Someone walking right there.
Where do you think he's trying to walk to?
Probably trying to go to the store, probably a blunt rat.
How strong is the police force around here?
It's strong, but they take a while to respond.
If I break my leg or my grandma gets shot, how long are they going to take to show up?
About 30 minutes.
Ain't there only like 5 cops around here? Something like that.
Is TVZ big in the younger generation?
It is big down here. It was.
What's the average age around here? Like 18 to 20?
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do with yourselves?
I just want to make money.
It is a hard place to make a bag.
Depends on what you're doing.
How much you gotta have in a bank account to be like, I'm rich?
1,000 at least.
Look at this guy with the, what, do you go to Johnny Dane's or something? If you don't mind me asking you, how much did that run you?
Stole it.
You stole it?
I ain't gonna lie.
This is the Wi-Fi building?
Yeah, you go in there, get on computers.
The Midwest is a little bit like it too, but it's almost like this place is like 20 years back in time.
40 years back in time. This is whack.
I've been to some reservations where people get monthly draw from the tribal government. Does that happen around here?
Some people do, not all of us though.
There's first of the month check, $200.
Who qualifies for that?
Pretty much everybody. There's tribal funds that's allocated from the government.
Is housing given to you? Do you have to pay for it? How does that work?
Each tribal member is allotted 2.5 acre. So the majority of people a mobile home and set it down on their property and do the best they can to try to fix it. Actually, this is my grandmother's house who died some years back. A lot of good memories here. This shows how the home could have been reused for somebody else, but resources here are limited. Actually, right now our housing authority is going out of business, mismanagement of funds. Now they can't remodel these houses. They won't be able to do for X amount of years. Some houses, 5-6 families living in one house.
What can you buy a house for around here?
8
to 10 grand. Do I have to come up with that money, or does the GA help me with that?
You gotta come up with that. Well, that's my mom right there.
How is it raising boys around here?
It's hard.
You got any stories to illustrate what it's like being a mom around here?
These kids have nothing to do, but what else are they gonna do is find something to do to get in trouble.
For a kid leaving high school, like what are the most common jobs people do around here?
Grocery store.
Especially the younger generations, like that's not too glamorous. I would rather be a hustler or something like that.
Exactly.
We were just at a conference earlier today for missing and murdered Indigenous women. Is that something that's widely known in the area?
Very wide. I think they run away from their families because there's basically 20 people living in homes, you know, and there's so much things that probably go on in that home.
So they run and then they get caught in situations that are tough?
Yeah.
Has there been a situation where you ever had to call the cops?
All the time. There used to be a meth trailer right back there. This trailer is abandoned back here. I have grandkids. I have her and I have him, and they just party and loud, so we gotta call the cops, but they never come.
You want to take us to the trailer that you guys have the meth heads that are trying to take over?
We go over there. I used to be over here a lot because this was my cousin's crib, like I said. I remember sitting on them couches when I was like 6 and 5.
How many of these do you think there are in the area?
This window got shot up right here with a shotgun.
What was the beef about?
Stupid shit, honestly. I mean, we never was really trying to beef, but everyone's all trying to be gangster and shit.
How long has this place been abandoned like this?
3 years, 4 years.
And who used to live here before?
Most times it was kids because the parents would leave them here, you know what I mean? Parents would go and get drunk. I remember that because that was my cousin that would take care of his little brothers and sisters, you know what I mean?
Someone died back here?
Yeah, I said they remember?
And this is her memorial. Rest in peace. That's sad, man. How old was she?
She was a little older. She was an auntie.
Do you guys have a dream job in mind?
I want to be an auto mechanic. I'm really good at turning bolts.
Same thing he does. An auto mechanic.
I was thinking mechanic. If I had a magic wand, I'd get rid of most of these meth heads and most of the meth dealers because that's where everything goes wrong.
That knowledge creeps into the area?
No, that's bad out here. It's really bad. Everyone dies off that shit. This ain't safe.
No.
In the nighttime, it's when it's scary here.
Yeah?
The most dangerous.
So when the sun goes down, we should get out of here?
Yeah. Everyone comes out.
What's bigger here, meth or alcohol?
It's equal.
Are people doing meth and alcohol?
Yeah.
That's a scary combo, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just saw the Raiders logo on that car. And also, like, I can tell by like the bandana and the glasses, I feel like there's a little bit of like almost Southern California culture mixed in here.
Nah, bro, very heavy.
Yeah? Did anyone kind of dress like a cholo around here in the summer? Like the high socks?
Nah.
You ever heard the higher the socks, the downer the food?
Yeah,
of course. Is this the main hub of the town?
This is the East Ridge, North Ridge.
Are you guys cool with them? If you guys aren't cool with this side of town, then let's go to the side of town you are cool with.
When I tell you these little youngins, they really be out here.
I swear to God, got big ass drakes, everything.
How do guns get to the res?
I'm from Denver for real.
They're just around, I don't know.
Full stack right now.
Go for around here?
About 3, 4. If it's stolen, 250 maybe. I mean, depends on the size.
I gotta wear one of these. I'm still doing time in federal prison under new drug laws that came into effect.
What was your last bid for?
Distribution of methamphetamine. Last bid was for cocaine distribution.
But what got you to selling meth?
Since I was young, starting out like these guys, the lifestyle that I idolized, everything that come with it. It's not worth it. I do so much time with the family. I'm 47 years old today. I spent over half my life in prison.
Now we're rolling to an indoor skate park.
We're at Ground Control, Lakota Skateboarding.
Welcome to Ground Control, bro.
This is a cool spot.
Me and the skaters built this place.
What's the mission of this spot?
Eliminate the off season for the skaters. When it snows here, we got a dope outdoor skate park. When it snows, we come here and we just skate here year round anyway. So,
Is there a sober living component as well?
Yeah.
Why is that important to you?
I quit drinking almost like 3 years ago. My dad's death was the result of drinking, and I just don't think it's a good thing. And I really encourage the youth not drink and live that healthy lifestyle because on a skateboard, you can do anything, man. Take you all over the world if you let it.
How hard was it to quit drinking, and especially with your peers probably still doing it? How hard was it to pull away and do that?
Well, it wasn't really hard. I just quit because just one day it was just too much for me, man, and just hanging over. I quit a month before I got in this building. That's what probably helped me, was building this place. In the future, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a dope ass kitchen in here, and we're gonna start eventually eating our traditional foods in here.
I love it. A lot of the reason that kids are into stuff is because they feel like they don't have many other options or things to do. This is something something.
Yep.
When is it open?
We're open from noon to 8, Monday through Friday. We're gonna eventually have this place fully staffed, just running like a clock, man.
This is really cool what you're doing. You're a leader. People are gathering here. Youth have a place to come. What advice do you have for the youth out there?
Just keep following your dreams. If you think you can't do it, know that you can, and write it down, and don't give up. This place is known that there's nothing to do for kids here. I would always say, where there's nothing, you can do anything.
Keep making moves, okay?
Kids, especially teenagers, tend to get in trouble if they don't have the right things guiding their path. So whether it's wrestling, skateboarding, chess club, anything that brings the kids in the right direction, I'm a fan of, and that's why I'm donating $1,000 to Kyle and his Ground Control Skate Park in Pine Ridge to keep leading the kids on the right path. If the mission of this skate park moves you, please consider donating as well.
We've seen a wide range of weapons on Pine Ridge. This is probably the most crazy one so far.
Right here. Right here.
Have you had to use that before?
Yup.
On a person?
Yup.
I probably can't ask any more questions than that, huh?
Nope.
Self-defense. Self-defense?
Chop them up, feed them to the Badlands.
Do a lot of people go missing in the Badlands?
Yeah, people disappear there.
2 miles outside of Pine Ridge Reservation and just across the border of Nebraska is the town of White Clay, a place with 4 liquor stores and a population of 8. This town has one purpose and one purpose only: to sell alcohol to the Lakota people. At its peak in 2010, nearly 5 million cans of beer were sold through these 4 liquor stores, leading people to call this situation a liquid genocide. In April of 2017, due to high pressure from Native activists, Nebraska's Liquor Control Commission refused to renew the licenses for these 4 stores, effectively shutting them down. This has led White Clay to be the ghost town that you now see today.
This place used to be the liquor store. I used to come here when I was like 15, 16 years old, and used to be able to buy and stuff too.
You have a fake ID?
No, they never carded me.
They used to sell that. Sell to anyone, actually.
Are we in Nebraska right now?
Yeah, we are.
So that's the loophole. We go across state lines, people
That's
buy their
just
alcohol
not
and they
even a
drive
mile.
back.
Yeah, not even a mile.
Just making it a dry county work.
It made the highways more dangerous. Before you used to have to come here to get your liquor and go. Now you're going this way to get your liquor, out that way. It makes the roads more dangerous. More people driving drunk. The bottom line is here, poverty, no opportunities. That's what I believe it is. They're hurting. They're trying to kill the pain.
So alcohol's a way to numb the pain. Yeah. Is this a hard place to be a dreamer?
Yeah, it is.
Hard to make it out. There's only a few that make it out.
Faith dies at a young age, so for everyone.
A kid on the res wanted a ride home, so we drove him to his place. This is what we encountered.
Okay, so where are you taking us though? Oh, it's good. What you doing?
I'm going to get my shot. Go get it? Yeah, I grabbed it earlier. I'm going to go and get his blade.
I can't imagine growing up here. A lot of stuff we couldn't show you on camera, like the amount of guns amongst youth. Like I'm talking young kids, like middle school, young high school kids. The amount of drugs and alcohol in the area. Like how easy it is to find alcohol. To me, I just don't see many leaders for the youth. Like they say they don't have stuff to do, but like there's basketball courts, there's skate parks, there's indoor and outdoor skate parks. Like you do at some point have to be responsible for the decisions you make. But as a kid, you do need guidance, and I see a lot of that missing. And I really see that in a lot of the tough places we go. So looking at places like this, it is a little bit demoralizing and depressing. I see a lot of potential here, but I also see a lot of hurdles to overcome. So we're getting out of here before sundown, and we met a 15 and a 13-year-old kid that were on their way to go get their guns. So I'm guessing the nighttime around here is something that just isn't worth seeing.
Shortly after we left, one of these kids got stabbed 9 times by a rival gang member. He survived, but had to be hospitalized for a few days. It's a stark reminder of how rampant the violence is in the area.
I didn't realize that the murder here is absolutely rampant. How many people have we seen wearing a t-shirt of their killed family member?
I think
that's like the most common t-shirt we've seen. It's either like a Nike t-shirt or it's someone's family member on a shirt. Going to Lakota Tech High School next. We were invited by a teacher there to come by, and we're going to talk to a principal as well. But today is a very special day in town. It is the day of prom. Hello.
Hello.
I'm Tommy.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. It's prom night tonight.
Yes.
You excited?
Yeah, very excited. I gotta go get dressed.
Okay. So we're in a learning institution. First, maybe we teach the people, what are some Lakota words that they can learn for back home?
The first thing in the morning is Hihaniwash Day. It's just a good morning.
Hihaniwash Day.
Hihaniwash Day.
Okay.
I think if somebody asks you, we eat a lot, so like if you like the food, you're gonna say it's wash day.
Wash day.
It's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Okay.
When we say goodbye to each other, we never say goodbye. In the spirit world, we believe that we see each other again. So
Okay.
it's Doksha Ake.
Doksha Ake.
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 Uh-huh.
And that means I'll see you again?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a translation for this, but big dogs gotta eat.
There might be. This is Otto Cooney.
Otto Cooney.
These are Lakota language teachers.
Is there a translation for the term big dogs gotta eat?
Big dogs gotta eat. Shunka Tronka Yatinkte Hecha.
Big dogs gotta eat. What is it like being a principal in 2024?
It is challenging.
Yeah.
Students are coming, especially after COVID, with a lot of diverse needs. And not just students, teachers too. I feel like I'm helping support teachers learn how to teach again in person, to be engaging with students, giving students hands-on experiences, you know, because when they were learning at home,
everything was through a screen.
Everything was through a screen.
It's hard to learn through a screen.
Yeah.
Is dropout something that you have to contend with?
Yes, we do have a high dropout rate. I just looked at some of our data with our 9th graders. They are the largest population of dropouts. And so I just sat in a meeting yesterday with some of our district leaders and some of the state consultants to try to figure out how we can wrap around services and prevent some of the dropouts that happen.
What do you do when a kid decides not to come to school?
So it's phone calls home to parents. It's meeting with those students and parents trying to figure out what the obstacles are and why they're not coming. We do report truancy, but the courts are so backlogged and they don't have the infrastructure to like have follow through with that.
I know because I do a lot of stuff across America. There's a lot of young kids that are really getting into rap culture, and what they're kind of idolizing doesn't usually lead to success. It usually leads to prison or death or shootouts. How do you contend with that?
I don't know, that's tough. Because me, like as a teacher, this is my 6th year teaching, and I was a kid that hated education. You know, it's just like the product of their environment is a lot tougher, so it's just hard to compete with that. You can give them all the motivational words and everything in the world, but you know, it's them doing their part too, the family doing their part too.
Yeah. We talked to one of the advocates for prison reform and incarceration, and he said that about 7 out of 10 men are frequently in jail or in and out of jail. And that means there's a lot of men not in the household. Do you think that's part of the recipe? If there was more responsible men in a household, that things would be a lot different?
Yeah, a lot more structure. Our parents are both in the Wounded Knee occupation of 73, and so their minds were, you know, tough love type thing. I just celebrated 35 years of sobriety last March.
You 35 years?
Yeah, I just turned 35. So I've never like done drugs.
That's amazing.
Things. It was tough at first, the peer pressure. Drink, smoke, but I promised my grandma before she died that I would never do that.
You talked earlier about, you know, our dropout rates and stuff. One of the things that I try to tell my students is that no matter what you go down, you can always stop and make a different choice.
Yeah.
I was a high school dropout.
Yeah. What a great story for the principal.
Right.
Yeah.
I got my GED at 16. I got a job. You know, I was still able to go to college, got my 4-year degree, became a teacher, taught, still able to go get my master's, and now I'm the principal of a high school. So it's never too late to do something else different. And we all have a reason why our road goes this way, that way, or the other. But it takes having people. I'm here because I had people that believed in me, saw something in me that I didn't see in myself at the time.
Yeah.
We left Lakota Tech High School and drove up to see the Wounded Knee Memorial. This site is hugely significant in Native American history, and I wanted to see it for myself. This is what we encountered.
Good morning. Morning. Hey, we're gonna pull up there. No, we're okay.
20 for this one?
No, thank you. Do you hear me?
Do you hear me?
Yeah. Watch out, we're gonna pull away, okay? I bet he's gonna follow us, which is fine, but it's gonna be hard to appreciate the history of the place when a meth head is trying to sell you something.
I'm trying to get some gas money, and I was wondering if you guys would be interested in any crafts.
Yeah.
If not, I take donations too.
We're gonna take some time to appreciate the history here, okay?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna give you the history of this place. This was the site of the massacre.
The origin of Pine Ridge begins with treachery and brutality by the U.S. government. After years of massacres and being starved into submission, the Lakota people signed the Treaty of Fort Laramie in 1868 and moved onto the reservation. In 1890, the deadliest mass shooting in American history occurred at Wounded Knee, where over 300 Lakota were killed by the United States Army and buried in a mass grave. They were machine gunned down because they refused to be disarmed in an era in which guns were vital for hunting and defending their land. The Lakota were initially promised a 60 million acre reservation. However, once valuable resources were discovered on this land, the US government went back on their treaty. They passed the General Allotment Act of 1887 and the 1906 Burke Act, and these acts took millions of acres away from Pine Ridge. Today, Pine Ridge stands at 2.1 million acres, just 1/130th of its original size. This chapter of Native history also saw systematic crushing of Native culture. The Indian Appropriation Act of 1851 led to Native children being taken from their homes and forced into boarding schools where their language and culture were banned. In these schools, they were beaten by nuns and priests if they attempted to express their heritage. When Pine Ridge residents speak about the impact of generational trauma on the living conditions of today, it's crucial to remember the history of how Pine Ridge came to be.
There's obviously some very deep trauma in this area. People who are struggling really with addiction, but there's a guy, some people that are struggling, I'm sure, with meth and other things that are getting very close to us and very like threatening. We've been a lot of different places in this country. Some of these conditions is unlike anything I think we've ever seen before. And the thing is, when you visit a place like this, is you never know what the answer is. I certainly think there are answers, but I think nothing is gonna happen overnight. How do you change people's actions? And then when you look at the youth who are gonna be taking over and you see what they're doing, it's like, oh, how did it not get worse? Like, what will it take for those kids to be engaged and excited and creative and using their juices for something worthwhile? Because man, the youth is worth so much. The youth is everything. The youth is our future.
We wanted to learn more about the alcohol bootlegging, so we went to a remote part of the reservation and tapped in with some people that could tell us more. Here's what we learned.
This place is, I think it almost looks worse than Pine Ridge. What's going on?
What up?
Can you tell us about you used to be in the game? What was it like?
I used to sell like coke, and sell drugs too, and skips and stuff a little bit here and there just to get you by, whatever, you know. Usually down here, there's no jobs down here. A lot of people do it, almost probably every fucking house does it. But they're so sketched out and everything, because if you get caught down here with it and you have it on you, then putting yourself at risk to go 5 to 10, you know.
5 to 10 years for that?
For alcohol.
Does that seem like too many years?
Drugs, yeah, that's very severe punishment. And you have to do over 80% when it's federal, because it's a federally recognized tribe.
People do this for basically profit. We're talking what, $100 to $200 a day? What do you think the average person selling skips makes in a day?
Anywhere from $10 to about $200 a day.
And all that at the risk of 5 to 10 years of prison.
So we found a bamboozled pipe.
Oh, messed with? Yeah.
What you do is just put half full of water in it, a little bit of alcohol, and then a little bit of it will be luck.
Does that still get somebody drunk?
This is the bamboozle. You can tell it's fake because once you hit it like that, as well as it'll go up as well.
So do people get mad when they get fake stuff?
Sometimes they don't even know.
One time, I don't know what it was, but we bought a pint like that and we only drank one, and it got us drunk or whatever, but then our insides start shaking because it was mixed with something.
What do you think it was mixed with?
I don't know, probably hand sanitizer or something.
That can fuck somebody up.
Yeah, you could literally feel your liver shaking.
What's a hangover like on one of these pints?
A real bad headache, and probably your insides shaking and stuff because it's trying to process the amount of alcohol.
I spoke with 2 alcohol bootleggers to learn more about the business, why they do it, the impact on the community, and what they thought about it. Here's what they said.
So fellas, we're talking about the business of bootlegging. How common is it on the res? If I wanted to find alcohol, if I wanted to go to a bootlegger, how many people do I have to choose from, you think?
Depends on the housing, whatever housing you go to, each district. There's some people you can go to. If it's in a water bottle, you don't know what they might put in there or whatever, so it's best if you buy it store-bought. So
do a lot of people cut it with shit?
They usually put Lysol or whatever in there. Then
Lysol? Wow. What happens when you drink Lysol?
Honestly, Lysol is gonna make you feel ugly, feel stomach sick. Then that's the point where you have to call the ambulance, and they take you in.
Is that where they pump your stomach?
Yeah.
What attracts people to the liquor when it makes them feel so bad?
Whenever they're usually hanging over, sick, or something like that, then they go back to it, so that way they can cure it instead of going to the hospital.
So that's why it's such a vicious cycle, because the only way to cure the hangover is to drink more. Let's learn about the lingo. So what's bamboozle mean?
It means it's laced or either that mixed with Lysol, the hand sanitizer or something like that.
What percentage of bottles you buy, pints you buy, they're also called skips, right?
Yeah. What percentage of skips
out there are legal?
It's got between 50-50 sometimes too, you know. Depends on who you buy it from.
So, like, this res is very spread out. You can go some miles without seeing anything, and then you see like little pockets of housing. Does that mean there's a lot of people drunk driving to go back and forth when they get their liquor?
Most likely, yeah.
How common is it for someone to have a DUI around here?
It's probably about like 40-60%.
40 to 60%?
Yeah.
The first two are misdemeanor, right?
Yeah. Third one is automatic, yeah.
So we got a bottle of vodka here, Kharkov. How much can you buy this for?
$12.
And once you flip it, what can you make off?
You can make about like $35.
What was the most you guys have ever made in a night selling this stuff?
If you buy a box of that'll cost $75, then you can flip it for about almost $200.
Okay, and is that a big night?
Yeah.
Are there undercovers?
Yeah, there's undercovers on there, yeah.
How serious, like this much alcohol, what's the punishment for getting caught with this?
Usually this.
As you can tell by how quick we were to turn the lights off, I know there's some punishment that's with this, but what if we get caught with this, how bad is it?
That'll be like 3 days, at least.
3 days in jail?
Yeah.
Can people go to prison for this stuff?
It ain't that hard. If you're selling the meth or whatever around here, then you can go to prison. But
is it fair to say, because I've heard unemployment rates can be up to 85 to 90% around here. Is that what you guys have heard?
Yeah.
Does that sound like a crazy number to you guys? That's huge. This is a common way that if families are just trying to eat, pay the electric bill, this is what they do.
Yeah, that's what they sell. That's what bullying causes, because they're short on money and stuff like that. They choose to sell that.
So do you think alcohol should be legal on the res?
I mean, honestly, it's hard to say because like there's too many people dying from cirrhosis.
That's the liver failure, the kidney failure.
Yeah.
Obviously, making it illegal doesn't work. People still are getting it, and it's almost worse because instead of drinking maybe a light beer where you can have a few of them before you really start to feel it.
People around here, they don't like drinking beer because it doesn't get them drunk, so they turn to this hard liquor. They want that hard kick right away, so they choose just Kharkov.
So if you could snap your fingers and you could just be sober without the pain of getting sober, if I could say, hey, you're sober 1 year and you feel like it, what would you do with that opportunity?
I'd rather sober myself up, get a job, get my GED.
What job would you think you want to do?
You want to be like a yard worker. You just go from yard to yard, help people out.
Hell yeah. Any idea on your end?
Try to get all my priorities back there, like save up, high school, college or something.
Because there's free college, right?
Yeah.
But tell me about the process of flipping this into pints. How does that work?
So basically, one water bottle will equal up to this much.
Okay.
Then you can make about like...
Do you stretch it at all?
Yeah, sometimes you fill it up right there.
And how many pints can this make you?
About 3.5. When you hear that, you know it's store-bought.
If you get jail for doing this, do you feel like you deserve that, or do you feel like that's an unreasonable punishment?
I mean, honestly, it's like if your family is struggling, then if you need to, then if you need the money, you could flip this for the price of 12. You could flip it for like $40 or something like that.
Well, fellas, I know you shared your stories that it was risky to do this, and I appreciate learning about this, and I think this is important to educate people out there. So any final thoughts?
Just hope that everyone out there, if you guys are doing this, just know, just take it easy. You guys, if you're struggling, we understand. We're doing the same thing.
So what's the way out? What's the way forward, fellas?
Way forward is sobriety, getting the money up the right way.
Thank you, fellas. I wish you guys the best on your path, okay? Thank you guys for tuning in.